For Bowling Green hockey, the second night of the 2024-2025 season. The Falcons had a favorable outcome against Ferris State yesterday, a 2-0 victory, their first in the CCHA, fourth of the season. They look to complete their second victory and a weekend sweep today. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, here with Nathan Burkett, who is my color guy today, in place of Vaughn Ullum, who was yesterday. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. For the rebroadcast of yesterday's fantastic game and all other Falcon Media Sports Network calls, go to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel, and they're uploaded on there as well with highlight packages and some other video content. It was, as I've referenced a couple times today, Nathan, a very good game yesterday for the Falcons. They won 2-0, a goal in the first period by Maxwell Martin, a goal in the third period by Matvey Kabanov, his first of the season. So watching it yesterday and writing on it, how did you feel that yesterday's game went?
I feel like as a team they showed that they are really focusing on their defense this year, and that is just shown by Cole Moore's performance last night. Getting a shutout, his first of the year, second of the career as a Falcon. He played on his head all night, and if we're going to get another win tonight, and that's what the performance we're going to need from him again.
Definitely. Cole Moore had a absolutely outstanding game yesterday, as I have a lot of games with Cole Moore. 29 saves, no goals allowed, his first shutout of the season. He had a couple of shutouts last season as well, so he's picked off the CCHA this season the same way he left it off last year. We had a couple of very nice performances from very young guys. Maxwell Martin, the freshman forward, had his second goal of the season yesterday. He's now up to 2 goals and 1 assist. The +3 rating is the highest on the team for Maxwell Martin. He's got a couple of blocks too. Very impressed with this player and his ability to impact so many different parts of the game, both defensively and offensively. And then, as we mentioned, the other goal scorer, Matvey Kabanov, his first goal yesterday, he's up to 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists. He's got the highest shooting percentage on the team with .250. He's been very efficient, and similar to Maxwell Martin, that he does a lot of everything. He finds himself on the 4th line today with Johannes Lerkeberg and Jackson Niedermeyer, so that's kind of the newcomer group today for the Falcons, and he's just been a very solid player the last couple of games for Bowling Green. An interesting aspect to the Bowling Green lineup, Brody Waters and Brett Foe have been very quiet lately. Brody Waters is still on the first line with Ben Duran and Ryan O'Hara, so some scorers up on that first line, but Waters, scored 3 goals in the first 3 games of the season, 2 against Mercyhurst and 1 against Western Michigan. Brett Foe scored 2 goals in the second game of the season against Mercyhurst, and he's only had 1 assist since, and he's found himself scratched from the lineup today. So an interesting decision from Willie. He's taken out Brett Foe and Jaden Grant and implemented Johannes Lerkeberg and Owen Ozar as the extra skater today. So that's the moves made by Willie from yesterday to this game, with a very strong Bowling Green performance yesterday, Nathan. It felt like Bowling Green dominated in the first period, especially possession. In the second period, they kind of took a step back. Why don't you tell us why they took a step back in the second period?
Well, Ferris State is certainly a big size team. They have a lot of big guys in their team, very tall guys. They really came out in the second, started using their bodies to create physical plays. BG kind of felt like didn't know how to react to that right away. As the game progressed, it felt like Ferris State got a little bit more desperate, started to lay some bigger and bigger body checks. And BG, at least in the second, when they first started coming out with those big body checks, didn't know exactly how to react right away. So because of that, the momentum's this game, hockey is always, we talk about like a game of momentum. Ferris State was able to get the momentum from those big body checks and just create tons of opportunities from those chances.
I really did like that adjustment that the team was able to make from the second period to the third period, in which they just started to kind of outrun the hits of Ferris State and thus limiting the physicality of Ferris State. They ran a lot of their offense through the center of the ice, staying away from the boards, where it's much harder to hit center ice, and they were able to generate a lot more offense that way. So I think they're going to come out in this game and do the same, try to stay in the middle and outrun Ferris State as much as possible. Some consistent things that we've seen from other Bowling Green games to this one is special team struggles, the power play and the penalty kill. Both teams were 0 for 11 together on the power play and the penalty kill yesterday. 0 for 10. Bowling Green 0 for 6 and Ferris State 0 for 4. Ferris State's now up to 0 and 26 on the season in power plays. I don't exactly know Bowling Green's number, but they were 0 for against Ohio State, and they were 0 for yesterday against Ferris State. So those special teams are really proving to be a problem for both of these teams.
I will say, though, the penalty kills were good last night, especially if BG's carried by Cole Moore and his shutout performance.
That is definitely true. Again, like we said, over on both accounts. Ferris State had a rough day in the wheels as well on faceoffs. They had 15 wins to 37 losses. Yeah, Bowling Green won 37 faceoffs yesterday out of 52, if my math is correct. And coming into this weekend, Ferris State had 209 wins total to 510 losses. So the ratio is about the same. Only a 410 winning percentage for them. They were, again, coming into this series lower than Bowling Green by 3 wins and higher than Bowling Green by 112 losses, and the disparity in percentage was 12.3. So that's a lot of possession that Bowling Green gained yesterday off of those 37 wins, and I think they're definitely going to look for that in this game as well.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, hockey's a game of momentum, and it's kind of hard to keep momentum when you aren't winning faceoffs. So Ferris State, if they're going to want to do good this game, they're going to have to do better in the faceoff dots.
You know, we talked earlier about Cole Moore, and we would also be remiss if we didn't talk about Noah West, because the grad student transfer from U of M into Ferris State just did absolutely outstanding yesterday. He only allowed 2 goals, which is below his average for the season. 2 goals allowed, 25 saves, which is a 935. 2 goals allowed, 29 saves, 935 save percentage, and an 0 for 2 loss. Generally, in the game of hockey, you give up 2 goals, you expect it at least to go to overtime. Your goaltender is kind of doing his job when you give up 2 goals. You can't expect him to throw shutouts like Cole Moore every day. But Noah West definitely a force to be reckoned with yesterday against the Falcons. They were lucky enough to put 2 by him, but we're certainly expecting him to have a good day today, Nathan.
Yeah, and one of those goals came off a rebound, which, as goalies always say, like, kind of a nightmare. He kind of needed his defense there to pick up the loose garbage there, but at the end of the day, it was a goaltending battle yesterday.
It definitely was. He did have a little bit of problems not being able to cover up the puck. He kicked it back into play a lot and resulted in some good chances from Bowling Green. Again, they were 0 for 6 on the power play and scored only 2 goals, but you keep throwing chances out there, and a high shot volume team in Bowling Green is going to be able to fill them more often than not. In the shot on goal battle, Bowling Green, I believe, had 32 total shots on goal to 29 for Ferris State, even though Ferris State had more total shots than the Falcons, so a little bit more quality chances from Bowling Green in that department. We saw a decent amount of defenseman shooting yesterday, especially from Travis Shouty and Nico DeVita, who are the first-line defensemen for Ferris State, a captain and an assistant captain. Shouty had 6 shots on goal. Nico DeVita had 4. They were just amazing yesterday. Not able to fall, but there was a couple of them that were inches away from beating Cole Moore. They shot a lot from the blue line, pretty much expecting them to do the same today, Nathan.
Yeah. Hockey, as long as being a game of momentum, also a game of luck. We will have to admit there were a couple opportunities where Ferris State was so close to getting one, but Cole Moore a little bit more luck, and he had a little bit more skill, I guess, yesterday.
Certainly. So we will step into our Rick Crow goal selections of the game. In case you didn't watch or listen to yesterday's broadcast, we've implemented a goal-picking system where some of our Falcon Media Sports Network members will pick who they think is going to score a goal in the game, and then they get like a point per goal. And if they have more points than the other Falcon Media Sports Network members, they get a win. Lucas Kleinmeyer got his first win yesterday. He chose Maxwell Martin, who scored the first goal, and none of the rest of the 5 selections ended up landing. So Maxwell Martin scored a win for Lucas Kleinmeyer. He got the first pick today, and he chose Ryan O'Hara, taking advantage of the point scoring and the high production first line with Ben Duran and Brody Waters. O'Hara has 4 points on the season, all of them assists, so I think he's playing the he's due kind of game with Ryan O'Hara. That's Lucas Kleinmeyer's selection, our sports director. Tyler Kavlitz, our production director, and Reese Patrikas, one of our football beats, is back in the studio running the board for us today. They will walk you through their pick right now.
Well, Ben, I think I'm going to have to go with Dalton Norris. He only has 1 goal so far this season, a little lower production than I think he would have gotten so far this year, but he had 4 shots yesterday, wasn't able to find the back of the net. I think that changes here tonight.
And for me, lightning usually doesn't strike in the same place twice, and it is what it is. I'm going to go with Maxwell Martin, the hot freshman. I think he's going to find the back of the net for the second night in a row and really push his CCHA start even further on a hot path.
There we go. That's our goal selections from Tyler Kavlitz, who chose Dalton Norris, and Reese Patrikas, who chose Maxwell Martin. Nathan, you had an interesting pick today, and I actually understand where you're coming from. Walk us through your pick.
Yeah, I went with the freshman Adam Zonka. This is a guy who played for the last 2 World Juniors with Team Slovakia, and so far this year he has shown why he was part of that team, playing with a lot of heart, a lot of soul. Been great on the forecheck, great on the back check. He's always seems to be in the right spot, just hasn't quite had enough puck luck so far. I look for him to get his first career collegiate goal today.
He is on a line today with Ethan Scardina and Seth Fighton, both of them grad students, fifth-year returners. So he's got some experience on the line. He's going to play with a lot of games being played so far in his career. I am going to take Quinn Emerson as my Rick Crow goal selection today. I think it's Parents' Weekend for the hockey team. Yesterday, his dad was in town, Nelson Emerson, who works for the Los Angeles Kings currently. I think he's going to score in front of his dad today. He is on a fantastic line as well. Ville Imonen and Maxwell Martin, who's going to be playing on the right. Maxwell Martin's going to be playing on the left side. So I think those are 2 outstanding players that should get a pass into Quinn Emerson for a goal today. So those are our selections: Lucas Kleinmeyer, Ryan O'Hara, Tyler Kavlitz, Dalton Norris, Reese Patrikas, Maxwell Martin, Nathan Burkett to my right, Adam Zonka, and myself choosing Quinn Emerson. That is our Rick Crow goal selections for the game, and we will have a special guest coming on in the second intermission today, which is Rick Crow himself. He's a generous donor to our organization, the Falcon Media Sports Network, and is allowing us to travel with all BGSU hockey games this season, no matter where they are. Minnesota, the UP of Michigan, we are going to be with them. So thank you to Rick Crow. He's going to be on us and going to be talking to us in the second intermission. So with that, we will take a step aside just for a few moments. When we bring you back, we'll have the starting lineups and puck drop between Bowling Green and Ferris State on WBGU 88.1 FM. Don't go anywhere.
On September 13th, BGSU men's soccer's Bennett Painter scored the game-winning goal against Northern Illinois, leading to the team getting nationally ranked. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer had the call on the WBGU PBS YouTube channel.
Gonna win that one initially. Head up again. Wins the second one, however. Back to lane, back to Painter. That one's blocked, gets it back. Painter! Bennett Painter paints another masterclass at Cochran Stadium.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
Miss a BGSU sports broadcast? Head over to the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel to listen to past calls by Falcon Media Sports Network.
This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
Hey everyone, Producer Dada here, reminding you to catch Family Radio right here on WBGU 88.1 FM every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. That's 2 full hours of music, talk, and entertainment for the whole family.
Family Radio, 88.1. Go Falcons!
Don't miss Family Radio every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m.
WBGU HD1. Bowling Wheel High.
What's going on, guys? I'm Darius Lorfields, junior safety here at BG. My Falcon 4 favorite things for homecoming, definitely seeing some of the alumni, the big crowd, hearing them roar, the Falcon Walk pregame, getting to see more people, and then just winning the game overall and celebrating after. Go Falcons.
The BG News is Bowling Green State University's campus newspaper, published Wednesday, offering items of general interest to the broader campus community, including top local campus and city news, and state, regional, national, and international news events of significance. Key Magazine and The Obsidian are magazines that print once a semester. The BG News, publishing weekly information and entertainment from Bowling Green State University.
BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network. Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Mark Soborny here.
BG Falcon Media is an organization encompassing student media organizations at Bowling Green State University. BG24 is the video component of Falcon Media that creates a weekly live newscast every Tuesday. All videos and live streams can be found on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel and website, or BG24's Twitter account. BG Falcon Media, empowering students with creative freedom by exploring technologies and focusing on audience engagement and service to our communities.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Thursday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
This is Ben Korak, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
BGSU Cross Country heads to Muncie, Indiana to compete for a MAC title on Saturday, November 2nd. Falcon Media Sports Network will have recaps of both the men's and women's events on bgfalconmedia.com.
BGSU women's basketball season turns anew as they are set to square off against Southern Mississippi on Monday, November 4th. Falcon Media Sports Network's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Caden Knapp will have the call on WBGU 88.1 FM beginning at 6:45. Freshman forward Maxwell Martin scored his first collegiate goal in the first game between the Falcon hockey team and the Ohio State Buckeyes on Friday, October 25th. Martin scored on a backhand shot from the left side of the goaltender off a pass from Ben Duran. The goal was the only time BG beat a Buckeye goaltender in the two-game series. Martin previously played 2 years for the Wisconsin Wendigo of the NAHL, his final year finishing third in the league in assists, first in goals and points, and being named All-League First Team, Forward of the Year, and MVP of the NAHL. Heading into the series against Ferris State, Martin has an assist to pair with the goal, 9 shots, and a +2 rating. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
BGSU football senior tight end and team captain Levi Gazarek recorded his first collegiate touchdown reception on a 2-yard pass from Connor Bazelak in the second quarter of the Falcons' 41-26 victory in the Battle of I-75 on October 26th. The touchdown grab was his first since the 2019 season when he was a senior at North Baltimore High School, where he had 158 yards and a receiving touchdown to go with 1,105 rushing yards, 1,110 passing yards, and 24 total touchdowns that season. Gazarek, who also pitches for the BGSU baseball team, is in the final year of eligibility. He is a 2-time team captain and has played in every football game since 2021, starting all but 13 in the 4-season span. This has been 60 Seconds in Falcon Athletics.
Action begins this Tuesday, November 5th at 7:30 as the Orange and Brown square off against Central Michigan. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap of the event available on bgfalconmedia.com.
BGSU football cornerback Jordan Oladokin is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week thanks to his efforts against Toledo. Oladokin snagged his first 2 interceptions of the year in the rivalry win at the Glass Bowl. His first interception was returned 61 yards to the end zone for his second career pick 6. To add to that, he also recorded 3 solo tackles and 2 passes defended. The 6-foot senior was named a second-team All-MAC selection last season after tallying 4 interceptions, 10 passes defended, 1 tackle for loss, and 30 total tackles. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
The Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization is a student-run sports broadcasting organization at Bowling Green State University in Bowling Green, Ohio. Their goal is to provide quality broadcasts while providing more opportunities for students to prepare and learn what goes into a high-quality broadcast. BGRSO calls hundreds of games over the airwaves on WBGU FM and Falcon Radio and is part of BG Falcon Media.
Bowling Green and Ferris State on the ice once again tonight, this beautiful Saturday. And we have puck drop in the second game of the CCHA regular season for Bowling Green and the puck drop in the fourth game of the CCHA regular season for Ferris State. I am Ben Korak here with Nathan Burkett from the Falcon Media Sports Network. We have our starting lineups for Bowling Green and Ferris State. We're going to start with the Bulldogs. Nathan, walk us through it.
All right, starting up front on the left wing, we have the junior, 27, Gavin Best at center. Number 29, Cole Birch. And on the right wing, number 18, the senior, Caleb Ergang. Back on D, we have the captain, Travis Schaude, and the assistant captain, Nico DeVita. And then back at goal, the graduate student, Noah West.
Bowling Green starting forwards, Ryan O'Hara, Ben Duran, Brody Waters. Defenseman Breck McKinley and Eric Parker getting the start today with Cole Moore. No surprises there in the net for Bowling Green. Ryan O'Hara behind the Ferris State goal gets it out to Brody Waters. Waters turns it back in toward the wheel. O'Hara mishandles it, leaves it for the Bulldogs. The Falcons keep it in. But Brody Waters blew a tire with a lot of open white ahead of him. O'Hara behind again, working with Travis Schaude. Gets this one back wide up to the point to Ben Wozni. Wozni back around to Stjernberg. Stjernberg faking the shot, works it back in and behind Noah West. Fantastic day from the goaltender yesterday. Grad student transfer from the University of Michigan. Essentially a clean trade, him for Logan Stein. I think Michigan fleeced Ferris State on this one. Pass over into the center, and it's saved from Noah West.
We were just talking about how good he was yesterday. He's showing that nothing has changed in the little break he had.
29 saves, 2 goals allowed. Normally is enough to get you at least a tie, but the Falcon goaltender Cole Moore was better on the other side of the ice. Gave up none, and the Falcons came away with a 2-0 victory. Scardina now at the near wheel. Falcons striking left to right. Ferris State right to left. They wear their all red uniforms again. Centering pass over on the doorstep, kicked away by Noah West. Adam Zilka knocks it away toward the half wall. Turns it back away up to the point. Is cut off by Nardicia. Had a very good game yesterday. He turns it over to Seth Fighton. Seth Fighton working physically all the way behind. Can't get it out to the point as it's intercepted by Jacob Badal. Badal clearing it into the center. Ferris State possesses the puck for the first time in this game, 18:30. Left to play in the first period. Dalton Norris with good stick work gets this one away. Wearing a hit is Adam Zunka. He gets it to Fighton. Fighton all the way back to Stjernberg. Back to Fighton on the near side, and he gives it to Zunka in the neutral zone. Turnover to Fairmouth. He looks in. The pass hits Tommy Passanen in a vital spot. Pass over into the slot is kicked away by Cole Moore. Quinn Emerson comes up with the puck now, takes it through the neutral zone. The dump and go leaves it for Maxwell Martin. His line mate on the left wing. Quinn Emerson on the right. It's all the way back around to Breck McKinley. McKinley on the far side boards, leaves it for Emerson. Emerson back all the way around. Eric Parker backs off. And Ferris State takes advantage as they clear this one outside the blue line. Gain full possession. Jacob Dirks dumps it into the zone, leaves it for Caden Galt. Galt wears a huge hit from Breck McKinley on the boards. Working it in is Shouty, but Shouty is left the zone by Maxwell Martin. Martin to Kabanoff, both goal scorers passing to each other early in this game. Ben Wozni is pushed to the ice, turning the puck over. Some high sticking going on, trying to get the puck away. Still no possession in the neutral zone. Now it's in the Falcon D zone with no possession. Caden Galt dumps it in toward Colmore. Kind of a half gesture there. This one is a shot and it goes in. Caden Galt beats Colmore for the first time in the weekend. And Ferris State takes a 1-0 lead. Was just kind of bouncing around on the doorstep there. Colmore turned the other way, and Caden Galt was there to clean up the trash. Put that one away. 17:03. Time of the goal.
So far, Ferris State has been, we talked about how good they are physically. They have been flexing their physical muscle so far, laying a lot of big hits.
A couple of big hits. One forcing that turnover, and the puck that just got past Colmore. So an even strength goal for Ferris State. They have a lead 1-0. Dalton Norris can't keep this one in the O zone of the Falcons. It goes all the way back around to behind Colmore. Icing is called on Ferris State, which they are quite confused about. And the same goes for me. I thought it was touched, but nevertheless, the faceoff will be next to Noah West. Goal by Caden Galt was unassisted off of the kicking pad of Colmore.
Big rebound opportunity there. He took advantage of it.
16:51 left to play in the first period. Ferris State leads 1-0. First goal of the weekend for Ferris State. Now they come up with it once again. That's Gavin Best. Best takes it into the zone. O'Hara tries to get it around to Passanen, but misread the jersey. This is another slap shot that Colmore gloves easily and opts for a faceoff.
Ferris State went from not putting up any goals yesterday to immediately getting one in the first 5 minutes here. We'll see how BG can react here as the momentum seems to be in their opponent's favor today.
2 shots on goal for Ferris State, 1 for Bowling Green. Seth Fighton wins or takes possession of the faceoff cleanly, gets up to Zonka, but the pass is just a little bit wide. Now Fighton takes it up into the zone with a little bit of white. Shot from Scardina is saved by Noah West. Nardicia gloves and drops. Scardina again with the puck. He's a forced turnover machine. He likes to dig in on those boards as a forward. Not a lot of offensive production, but play without the puck is fantastic for him. Pass over into the slot is deflected by a Bulldog defenseman. They take it back into the zone, ice it down, and it will be an icing, and the faceoff will go all the way back coast to coast.
No one's going to argue with that one.
No, that was clearly off of the sin box from behind the center line. Pretty decent crowd in the Slater Family Ice Arena. The CCHA season opening weekend for the Falcons. Ben Wozni pass all the way around to Martin. Martin can't dig it off, but Ville Imonen can. Gets it away, Nardicia leaves it back in, turns it over to Trevor Talian. Talian back up to Noel. Noel digs it off the board, settles it down to his man Talian. It's clacked away, kept in by what looked to be Ben Wozni. Wozni back behind West in the goal. Imonen back up to the point of Wozni. Wozni to the near side to Stjernberg. Stjernberg's shot is wide right. Maxwell Martin almost had his 3rd goal of the season. Tried to tip that one out of the air. Wozni forces this one, taking advantage of the line change from Ferris State, but all it'll do is get into the O-zone of the Falcons, and they'll go for a change themselves. Matt Corbet, near size, being fought on by Tommy Passinen, who kicks it to his goaltender, and he gloves it. Oh, some pushing at the end of that play. Jacob Dirks getting into it with Tommy Passinen. Shades of what we saw a little bit yesterday, just some feistiness coming at the end of a glove. Bulldogs lead by 1. 15:08 left to play in the first period. Shots on goal tied at 3. Again, the first goal scored by Caden Galt. First one of the weekend, actually, for Ferris State. Even strength, so still chasing the first power play goal of the season. Waters up to Duran. Duran is kept in by Corbet. Corbet leaves it in. Dalton Norris dodges a hit, gets it all the way up the ice. That could be an icing if no Falcon reaches it in time. They do touch it before it gets icing. Ben Duran now with a little bit of space, trying to get it over into the slot. Brody Waters wasn't there and available. Up to Corbet. Corbet pancakes it, off the ceiling in the Slater Family Ice Arena. Low ceiling, but that was a pitching wedge and a half to get it up there.
We're known for our low ceiling, but now we're known for hitting pucks off of it.
Great arena, low ceiling. Hopefully you can hear the band. First weekend that the band is playing. Breck McKinley off the glass into the zone after another face-off win for the Falcons. They're up 5-3, so a little bit closer than it was yesterday, in which the Falcons had 37 face-off wins, so only 15 face-off losses. Travis Shouty into Galt, the goal scorer. Scardino weasels his way in the near side, pass all the way across off of the glass. Nico DeVita turns it back around, trying to get it to Galt on the near side. He's possessed the puck a lot. He's been a lot of shifts. Now here's an odd man breakaway. Another shot from Ferris State that's stopped by Cole Moore. Kick back away into the slot. Travis Shouty with a wrister that's blocked at the point by Adam Zonka. Nico DeVita trying to work it back in, off of the stick, away from Moore. And Eric Parker will settle this one down and clear it outside the blue line, pancaked up to center ice.
Falcons and Ferris State both go for line changes.
Ville Imonen up, kept in by Butch. Butch turns it back around. Bowling Green in the O-zone, 50-50. Now this one, almost a backhand pass from Ville Imonen to Emerson, who was wide open, but it was caught. This one to Martin. Martin digs it off the boards to Wozni. Wozni all the way back around. Some wide open space for Martin, who turns it back around. This one's a shot in, and Ville Imonen couldn't shovel it. Puck this one up to Andrew Noel. Noel to the near side. Gavin Best pass over to the middle, into the slot, and kept out by a Bowling Green defenseman. That'll be an icing, but it should stop the play for the Falcons as they go try to get some guys off the ice, and they can't do it, so that shift will be called back.
In that situation, though, you obviously don't want to take icy calls, but you're okay with that one.
I mean, it was sitting there right in front of Cole Moore. You got to get it out.
Yeah.
Zach Fairmouth wins the faceoff. Ferris State takes it all the way in. Cole Moore raises up a little bit to get that one out. Falcons get it outside the blue line. Maxwell Martin chases, but he decides to go for a line change. Wise decision, as they were playing on tired legs. Owen Ozar in the game now for the Falcons, the extra forward skater. 4 clean lines for the Falcons. Owen Ozar, that extra skater, and then an extra skater on the defense with Jack Blake, and 3 clean lines in that department. Nice to see Salvador Evola back in the lineup again. This is his first full series that he's been fully healthy after having hip surgery. He, Colmore, and Pete Eigner, the dressed goaltenders. Emonen wins the faceoff. Dalton Norris off the glass, kept in by Shouty. Back up off the Shouty once again. A couple of hits happening mid-ice. Brody Waters into the zone now for the Falcons. Tries to get it into the slot. It's still skating over, but Noah Best closes off the goal. West rejects this one. Ferris State gains possession off of the glass. Passanen has the position. He'll take it behind his own netminder. Up the ice to Waters. Forward takes it up into the inside the blue line. This one, a low angle shot over to the middle. Tries to feed it back. It was on the doorstep, but Ben Duran couldn't close it in. McKinley at the point. Shot is blocked by Jack Silich, who was a scratch yesterday, getting his first CCHA game of the weekend. Johannes Lurkeberg up and intercepted by Andrew Noel. Puts a hit on after almost turning the puck over, and the puck goes into the Bowling Green bench, so it'll be a face-off in the neutral zone. 11:36 left to play in the first period. Bulldogs up 1-0 over the Falcons. Steve McKinchik drops puck, his 1,000th game in the stripes. An incredible honor by Steve McKinchik and the referees, who do such an incredible job despite getting booed every game as they enter the ice by the student section in the Madhouse on Mercer. Over to the middle. Jackson Niedermeyer looking to get it out. This one's a good shot, and it's kick saved by Cole Moore. Caden Galt gets it back around. Working in. Good shot from Dole, and Dole is rejected by Jackson Niedermeyer, who got on his knee for that one. He gets it outside the blue line. Ferris State's had a solid amount of possession in the last couple minutes. And as I say that, Bowling Green collects on their own end without contention.
Dalton Norris holding behind his own net.
Norris all the way up. Pass is intercepted. Into the zone. 3 D-men for the Falcons. Gets it into Cole Moore. Moore stops it. Knocks it back to Tommy Passanen. Passanen gets it. Tries to get it outside the blue line, but it's kept in. Pushing from Talian. Talian is saved by a defenseman. This is another shot, and it's gloved with the man in front by Cole Moore.
Right into the BG logo there for Cole Moore. Great positioning for him.
Caleb Ergang, the man down deep, looking to knock that one in, but the shot was straight in the face of Cole Moore. He had the advantage on that one. 9 saves already for Cole Moore. 1 goal allowed, 6 saves for Noah West. So that shows you the shot on goal battle is being won by Ferris State early in this first period. Another shot goes high, doesn't hit Cole Moore, so it won't be a shot on goal. Leaves it back as Eric Parker. Parker to the near side. Brody Waters takes it up and into the neutral zone.
3-on-2 opportunity here.
Up for Duran. O'Hara settles down. Brings it all the way around to Parker. Parker goes for the puck, not the body on the near side boards. Waters takes it into the zone as a couple of the Falcons will go for a line change. Tipped in to avoid the icing. Ben Wozni finds his man. It's Sternberg on the near side. Tips it to Emerson. Back to Sternberg. Sternberg, the crossing pass, and couldn't land. Wozni now off the glass into the zone. And it's handled cleanly by Cade Turner, extra defenseman skater for Ferris State. Maxwell Martin picks this one up, dumps it into the zone. Quinn Emerson giving chase. Presses Xavier Jean-Louis into the boards. Norris, far side, dumps it all the way back around. Maxwell Martin digging it out from behind. Back to Norris. Norris back around to Martin. Martin looking for a pass into the slot. He lifts it up, but Noah West snabs it out of the air.
Oh.
Quinn Emerson is being pulled down, and we're having some gentleman discussion happening.
Right in front of the student section, they're letting their voices be heard.
Don't think any penalties will be issued off of this. It's a stoppage after the 9:15, so we'll take our media. Oh, we are going to get a penalty assessed to Quinn Emerson. And what looks to be...
Oh, he's getting back to the bench.
I can't tell who it is. Matt Corbet, possibly, the forward. getting tangled up with Quinn Emerson. We will try and figure it out for sure, and we'll take you back in a few moments. 1 for Ferris State, nothing for Bowling Green. 9:15 less to play in the first period on WBGU 88.1 FM.
After a 20-win season last year, BGSU men's basketball begins their second season under Todd Simon on the road against Southern Miss on Monday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network.
Falcon Communicate.
Recap available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Hey there, Wood County fans.
Hey there, Wood County. Black Swan Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. Visit blackswanplayers.org for more information.
2 men in the sin box, 1 from each team. Maxwell Martin for the Falcons and Matt Corbet for Ferris State. Although a little bit of a questionable penalty assessed by the referees, putting Maxwell Martin in the box. It looks like Quinn Emerson was the one getting tangled up with Corbet in the pile there in front of the Ferris State goal.
We did see Quinn Emerson skate over to the penalty box, seemingly turned away by one of the officials and skate back before Martin headed over.
So we'll have 4-on-4. Offsetting 2-minute penalties. Even strength. I like Bowling Green's chances in this situation. They have more offensive prowess. Ferris State has more size and a little bit more power, but we saw it in the third period yesterday. Some more agility, some more speed from the Falcons. That they just get the better of Ferris State in that department, especially if they stay outside of the boards. Ferris State wins a face-off. Travis Schaude turns it back around. Pass back in, they take it up into the neutral zone. This one's Caden Galt, takes it all the way in, almost coast to coast, tries the toe drag, and Cole Moore knocks it away as he loses control. Eric Parker trying to get it away, finding a white jersey. Ryan O'Hara now up, leaves it back in the D zone. Dalton Norris turns it back to Parker. Parker, good stick work, gets around. Trevor Tollian on the forecheck there. Now up is Ryan O'Hara. Ben Duran gets position. Brings it all the way back around. Ben Wozni goes for the body, tries to get the puck away. It's still on the boards. He lost track of it. Now Ferris State collects, settles in their own end. Buck 10 left to play in 4-on-4. Nico DeVita pass up, intercepted by Sternberg. Don't know where he was going with that. Quinn Emerson turns it back around, looking for a pass. He's bullied by a couple of Bulldogs. This one's off the high glass position. Sternberg has to get back. He is the faster skater, so he will get back in time. He's pressed up against the boards. Advantage the Falcons just with the sheer number of bodies. Scardina will get it out to Emerson. Emerson up into the D zone. Pass over. If that landed, it was a goal. Talion with his stick out of the lane, pressing against the near side boards. Gavin Best turns it back around. Takes it up for Ferris State. Back into Badal. Badal looking over. Pass is blocked. Was on the doorstep, kicked away by a defenseman. It looked to be Eric Parker. Making a good defensive play. 20 seconds left in 4-on-4. McKinley turns it back. Maxwell Martin and Matt Corbet coming out of the box. In 10 seconds. Brody Waters puts a hit on. Doesn't turn the puck over. Ferris State possesses in the last 5 seconds. And they'll just wait it out, wait for Corbet to get back on the ice. So Corbet and Martin will skate immediately to their benches. Actually, Corbet is going to play. He starts back skating, but he didn't go to the bench. So the Falcons with a fresh set. Ferris State without. This is going to be a delayed penalty. Somebody, big hit on the boards from
Lurkeberg.
From Lurkeberg. I don't think that was what the penalty was assessed. It was going to be a delayed penalty. Can't see what the call was. I believe it was on a Bulldog. And it's going to be on Corbet again.
Gets out, goes right back in.
Only probably 15, 20 seconds apart. Matt Corbet is serving 4 minutes in this game. That was a holding. 10-yard penalty, first down. Falcons with a man advantage. For 2 minutes, 6:56 left to play in the first period. Bulldogs up 1-0. Prime opportunity for the Falcons to put one in, tie it up before they go into the first intermission.
Their first power play opportunity of the game.
Face-off won by Emonen. Breck McKinley keeps it in with a little bit of work. Gets it into O'Hara. O'Hara back to McKinley. Sets it up. Near side to Norris. Norris back to McKinley, now playing the center. O'Hara, the wrist shot in. This one across, and Dalton Norris wasn't there to put it away. Somebody's stick broke. It was Dalton Norris's. He's claiming that he was slashed. The penalty is going to be again enforced on Ferris State as Trevor Talian's going to skate to the sin bin.
This is the opportunity BG needs here.
My gosh, minute 41 of 5-on-3 as Matt Corbet and Trevor Talian.
This is a situation where you might be able to get 2 goals, might even take a lead out of this, but also just create a lot of momentum.
Aggressive personnel for Willie. He's got 4 forwards and a high-scoring Dalton Norris defenseman on the ice, so he's going all out, wanting a goal on this. Face-off won by Emonen, playing the center. Into O'Hara. O'Hara playing the point with Norris. Norris down and deep. Looking in for Emonen. Emonen behind. Pass into the slot. O'Hara with the shot in. It's on the doorstep. Trying to kick it around. Villa Emonen's got the position, but it's wrapped up by Noah West, and he'll send it to a wheel to his right. Only about 16 seconds wasted. So still $1.25 left in 5-on-3, and then we'll have about what? You can do the math for me. 19 seconds?
19 seconds of a little extra power play time.
Not a math guy. Ferris State ices it. Colmore stops. Leaves it back for Dalton Norris. No forecheck for Ferris State, understandably, because they only have 3.
Not worth the risk in this situation.
In that triangle formation, Bowling Green looking to penetrate in some capacity. Dalton Norris near side, looking to work in. Now it's to O'Hara at the point. O'Hara in deep. Back up to the slot, and O'Hara misses the pass. Colmore ranges out almost to the blue line to field this one. Pass all the way up to Kabanoff. Kabanoff has got a little bit of position as Ferris State went for a line change. O'Hara near side, looking in. Pass back to Norris. Norris in deep. Now with a slap shot is blocked. Looking to work in again. Back up to the point at O'Hara. O'Hara to Norris into the slot, and it was saved by Noah West. Just got that glove in there in time. O'Hara back to Norris. Norris off of West again into the netting. 25 seconds left in the 2-man advantage for Bowling Green.
Got to give credit to BG here, though. Not trying to use like quick plays. They keep getting in the zone, keep setting up their power play, trying to build momentum through their power play.
2 fantastic shots on goal from Dalton Norris. Perfectly placed, just Noah West closed it at upper 90 on the last second. O'Hara again near side, playing the point, looking to work in. Back to Norris, to O'Hara. O'Hara, the back pass to Emonen. This line has not left the ice yet. O'Hara back into Norris. Norris with the shot over and in, and Brody Waters couldn't funnel it back. Kabanoff near side. Man coming out of the box. This one is in, and Brody Waters tips it in for the Bowling Green goal.
Just as Corbet leaves the penalty zone, Brody Waters has to get the goal here.
Beautiful pass across by what looked to be Matvey Kabanoff. Possibly Ryan O'Hara, but wide across the nose of Noah West. And filling it is Brody Waters, breaking his goal, his 4-game goal drought for his 4th goal of the season. And the Falcons have tied it. Unfortunately, that will take the extra man out of the box as it was a 5-on-4 goal, still a power play.
It's a second too late to get that extra
Just
seconds.
a split second, and they would still have a man in the box. So the penalty is by Matt Corbet and Trevor Talian, however you attribute it. resulted in a goal for the Falcons, a tie game. 4:26 left to play in the first period. Fresh look for the Falcons. Colmore calmly knocks this one away. Adam Zonka leaving it in for Seth Fighton. Seth Fighton takes it all the way in as the Falcons go for a line change. Just wasting some time, doing a great job of possessing the puck. Ferris State leaves it back. Matvey Kabanov, the assist on Brody Waters' goal. This ends in icing against Ferris State. 15:06. The time of the goal by Brody Waters.
That's 2 straight games with a point for Matvey Kapanov. Got one last night with a goal. Gets an assist here.
Owen Ozar puts a hit on the boards, forcing the puck away. It will clear, but to Nico DeVita, the defenseman for Ferris State. This one goes all the way up. Gavin Best had position, but they didn't find him on the pass. This one's back around to Eric Parker. Parker, good deke, near side. Up for Ozar. Ozar's fighting with Travis Shouty for it. Quite a size mismatch, but he's objectively more ferocious than Travis Shouty. Wearing a hit is Parker, pushing him off the puck. Puck is still invisible to us. It's because it's on the near side boards. Backing around, Eargang turns it back. Off the half wall, back to Parker. Parker to the near side. Ozar again battling for it in front of Falcon fans, and they clear it out of the blue line. Niedermeyer giving chase, had position but couldn't complete the pass. Again, another dump into the Falcon end. They'll hold this one. Odd bounce off the half wall. Pass up. Good chance for Ryan O'Hara. He takes a shot. Oh, and it's just off the side of the goal. Ryan O'Hara, prime opportunity. A great move. Pancaked up the ice, gloved by Dalton Norris, who kicks it to Lurkeberg. Lurkeberg up, avoids the icing. West kicks it to his defenseman, up the ice, a hit. Oh, that could have been interference. Probably should have been. There was a hit on Breck McKinley before the puck even got to him.
Ref's letting him play here.
Matt Corbet gets it back around to Max Itagaki. Itagaki turns it back, blows a tire. Up to Sternberg. Sternberg up the ice to Emerson. Emerson's got a little bit of room on the near side. He's pressed up, gets the puck away to Martin. Puck is cleared out of the zone. Now a rush for Best. Losing the stick is Ben Wozni. He can't get it, so he's just hitting everything that moves. Quinn Emerson up. Oh, what a big hit in by Nardicia.
On Quinn Emerson.
The whistle blows. Emerson in front of his own bench, looking worse for wear, but he's okay and skating off. If I'm not mistaken, the puck went into the stand, so we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. 1-1, Bowling Green and Ferris State. Goal by Caden Galt, unassisted. 17 minutes left into the period, and then 15 minutes into the period, Brody Waters scored a power play goal off the beautiful pass by Matvey Kabanov. Pass in just a little bit too far for Max Itagaki. Itagaki lets it go. The Falcons possess the puck now. Looking to add another one in the next minute 20. Heading into the intermission as they did yesterday with a 1-goal lead. Shouty to Zonka. Zonka picks it off, looking for a pass in, and it's gloved by Noah West before it can get to a Falcon. And some goings on again early in this first period. We saw it later in the game yesterday, but this is pretty early for some pushing and shoving.
The momentum and the feelings have not dissipated at all over the night. These teams are just picking up right where they left off yesterday. And on that point, another good shot from Zlinka.
He's been a nice player for the Falcons.
He has lots of shots, just needs a little bit more puck luck.
It's a good addition, doing a lot of good things, similar to how Maxwell Martin and Matvey Kabanov are. 60 seconds left for the Falcons and the Bulldogs before we head into first intermission. Ferris State takes it up into their D zone, possession, cross ice pass. into Andrew Noel. Noel with the pass into the slot is deflected away by Dalton Norris. He had perfect positioning. This one in the neutral zone. Odd man defensive stand for Ferris State as a couple of the Falcons had bad communication, go for line changes now. This one's a backhand shot, and it's blocked by Noah West. Crossover into the middle. Noel is off sides, and with 22 seconds left, we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Face-off won by the Falcons. Ben Wozni taking it into the neutral zone with 20 seconds left, but it's accidentally kicked out of the glass and into the crowd of Falcon fans. Bowling Green increasing their discrepancy in the face-off department, looking for another one here from Imonen, but they have 14 wins to 8 losses, bulk of them by Ben Duran. He has 6 wins, I should say, not 6 losses. Sternberg up the ice, 15 seconds left, dumps it into the zone. It's not an icing. Kicked back around near side, or far side, I should say. Ferris State up in. Matt Corbet with a little bit of room, but he's pushed by Ville Imonen, who wears a hit. This one's a slap shot that goes high. Owen Ozar skates over, gives a little talk, but we head into the first intermission with a tie game, 1-1, Bowling Green and Ferris State. We will bring you back in a few moments with Tyler Kablitz and Reese Patrikas for our intermission report. So don't go anywhere on WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU men's soccer wraps up their regular season by heading west to battle Oregon State on Wednesday, November 6th at 10 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap available on bgfalconmedia.com.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swamp Players. For over 50 years, Black Swamp Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswamplayers.org.
Back here in the Cooleen Center studios of WBGU 88.1 FM, Tyler Kablitz joined alongside Reese Patrikas for the first period intermission report. Reese, how you doing today?
You know, Tyler, it's a good day. A, Bowling Green football didn't lose because they didn't play, and B, I see you're wearing your Ohio State Buckeye sweatshirt. Big win today over Penn State. Always good when the Buckeyes win. Of course, you know, most of us, we go to Bowling Green, but most of us were Ohio State fans first.
Speaking of the Buckeyes, that'll lead us pretty well into the CCHA scoreboard. Ohio State Buckeyes in hockey, they remain undefeated, or they will. I believe the clock is now down to 0, so it's official now. Ohio State takes down Lake Superior State in Columbus, 6-2. Other action going around, end of the first period, Minnesota State, Bemidji State, scoreless at 0. Augustana, St. Thomas, end of the first period there. They are knotted up at 1 apiece. Northern Michigan, Michigan Tech knotted up at 3 apiece. Start of the second period, it looks like, in that one. And then, of course, here in Bowling Green, Ferris State and the Falcons tied at 1 apiece. So some close matchups outside of that Ohio State game around the CCHA right now.
Yeah, and that's part of what makes, especially the beginning of the year, so much fun, is everyone's pretty fresh, and you have these close games like this in conference play, and that's why everybody loves conference play. That's what makes it so special, is there's a bunch of teams that know each other essentially inside and out. Of course, the transfer portal makes that a little bit more difficult on a year-to-year basis, but for the most part, the cores of each team are pretty much the same, and that's what makes it so exciting is that all of these teams know each other and they can keep these games close like that.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we're still very early on, so nothing crazy going on in the standings right now. You have Bowling Green, Michigan Tech, St. Thomas, all undefeated, just 1-0 in conference play. Bemidji State, they stand 2-1. Ferris State's 1-2. And then Minnesota State, Augustana, Northern Michigan, all 0-1, with Lake Superior State still to play a conference game in the CCHA. They have an 0-0 conference record. Bowling Green, though, has the second most wins overall out of any CCHA team. They're 4-3. Minnesota State leads that category 5-4. But outside of that hockey news, we had another huge sporting event take place yesterday, Reese. Bowling Green men's soccer taking down number 14 ranked Western Michigan 3-0. Their first win against them to the day in a decade. I mean, that is possibly, if you take out the NCAA tournament win, I mean, it might even be bigger than that. It's one of the biggest wins in program history.
Yeah, and you snap Western Michigan's 37-game unbeaten streak, which is just unbelievable. And you get 3 goals from the usual suspects. It was a 3-0 victory. You get 3 goals from who else would you expect to get these goals from? Alberto Anaya found the back of the net in the 33rd minute, Trace Terry in the 78th, and Bennett Painter in the 86th minute. I mean, death taxes in those 3, having very strong showings. Don't
forget about Brendan Graves, too.
Yeah, and
in the net.
I'm just really talking about it on the offensive end, but you can also give him a huge shout-out for shutting out. I believe Western Michigan was ranked 14th going into that game Friday. So you shut out a top 15 team in the country, according to the coaches poll. That's unbelievable. And now you just got 1 game left in the season. You, for some reason, are all the way on the other side of the country in Corvallis, Oregon.
Yeah, I don't
taking
understand
on Oregon
that one.
State at 10 p.m. That's, I'm sure they're getting a nice check from it, so I can't knock them too much. But that's a very interesting start time and an interesting opponent to finish out the year. But the moral of the story is, this is, like you said, this is probably the biggest win in a very long time for these Falcons.
Something else to note, Western Michigan had gone 37 consecutive matches in regular season play without a loss.
Yeah.
So that is a major shock for Western Michigan, for the college soccer world. But then today, we had another pretty big development for Bowling Green sports. Yesterday, the volleyball team got a 3-1 win, I believe it was, over Miami of Ohio. Yeah, 3-1 win over Miami of Ohio down in Oxford. Today they sweep the Red Hawks 3-0. 5 consecutive victories now for this volleyball team, and something else happened that helps them in the standings now, Reese.
Yeah, so the only team this season to have given Bowling Green one of 2 teams to give Bowling Green a conference loss this season, the Central Michigan Chippewas, they lost in 5 sets to Ohio University. That is big for the conference standings. That's big for Bowling Green as we get down to the nitty-gritty of the regular season. That is a huge loss, and that shakes things up pretty well.
And we've talked about this before. I mentioned this on The Swoop. If you're interested in watching new episodes of that is BG Falcon Media's video sports cast about all things BGSU athletics that airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. on YouTube. I mentioned that I think Lauren Hovey's going to be the person to carry this team to the finish line and lock up this 1 seed in the MAC. She's really hit another gear the past 2 matches. 18 kills and 2 aces yesterday in the 3-1 win. And today she added on 12 kills, 3 aces. Those kills and aces led the team in both matches. She's someone that I feel like has had a quieter season for what we expect from her. She's still been very good, but she hasn't been dominant. I don't know about you, but I feel like we are going to see a dominant Lauren Hovey down the stretch, and I think this is just the start of that showing.
I feel like she showed us last year that she's someone who heats up as the season goes on. We saw that at the end of the regular season. We saw that heading into the MAC tournament. She's someone who heats up as the stakes get higher, and now I think we're starting to see that. And Tyler, how lucky are we to? You only, I believe, got a year, but I got 2 years. We got to watch Petra Androva play for this team, and now we get to watch Lauren Hovey play for this team. How lucky are we? How lucky are we?
Very special. 2 special talents back to back. But in our final minute here, before we take a little break and bring back Ben Korak and Nathan Burkett, what are your big takeaways from this first period of action? Bowling Green, Ferris State knotted up 1-1.
The biggest thing that I'm taking away from this is Bowling Green is being very aggressive in the shot category, 15 shots on goal. And also you look at the power plays. They've got 2 power plays. They're 1 for 2. And that's somewhere, you don't really need me to say it, that's somewhere where you have to be on point is when you've got the man advantage. And right now they've been doing that.
So before we take a little break, bring back on Ben and Nathan, go over these team stats as Reese briefly mentioned there. 1-1 between Bowling Green, Ferris State, 15-10. BG shots on goal advantage. They lead in total shots 20-15. Like Reese mentioned, a power play goal. They're 1 for 2. Ferris State yet to have a power play. 3 penalties for the Bulldogs, 1 for the Falcons. Bowling Green leading in faceoffs 15-8. So we'll take a quick break here, then bring back on the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak and Nathan Burkett, for the wrap-up of our first period intermission report. You're listening to BGSU Hockey against Ferris State here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person, regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswampplayers.org for more information.
Back here in the WBGU 88.1 FM studios in the Cooling Center, Tyler Kavlitz alongside Reese Patricus. We are now joined by the voice of Falcon hockey, Ben Korak and Nathan Burkett, for the first period intermission report. Ben, Nathan, what are you guys' just initial thoughts on the first period between BG Ferris State tied 1-1?
Yeah, I think it was pretty evenly contested. Ferris State definitely held a lot of possession early, and then some penalties kind of kicked them a little bit. We had that offsetting penalty from Maxwell Martin and Matt Corbet when they got tangled up in front of the goaltender, the Ferris State goaltender. They got tangled up, both got sent to the box, so no power play coming out of that. And then Matt Corbet, just a few moments later, got a penalty, so the Falcons were on 5-4, and only a few moments after that, Jacob Badal got his penalty as well, so the Falcons had a 5-on-3 chance. They weren't able to capitalize on the 5-on-3 technically, but they did on the 5-on-4, so they got a power play goal in this game by Brody Waters. Caden Galt scored the first goal of the game for Ferris State. We got to 1-1, and I think that's pretty telling of how both teams have played.
And something interesting that I'm noticing on the stat box, 2 guys that I feel like have not had the best of luck in finding the back of the net at times so far this season. Ryan O'Hara, Dalton Norris. O'Hara, 6 shots, 4 on goal. Dawn Norris, 4 shots, 2 shots on goal. What are you seeing from those 2 guys? Why are they struggling to find the back of the net right now?
I mean, Ryan O'Hara, we saw, had a breakaway opportunity. And Dawn Norris always good, especially on the power play, got tons of shots, but so far, it just comes down to puck luck. Just not quite able to get just enough of it to put one behind West and get themselves on the scoreboard yet.
And then looking forward to this second period, what are some of the improvements you guys want to see from this Falcons squad, and what adjustments do you expect to see Ferris State make out of this break?
I think Ferris State's going to look to be more physical. Their best period yesterday was that second period in which they were very physical. They had a lot of puck possession time because of that, and forced a lot of turnovers. And I think they're going to definitely look to be more physical, as they weren't really in the first period. Bowling Green, I think, is going to want to stretch the ice a little bit more. They're going to want to look for some breakaways, keep things in the center of the ice, some deep shots, take away some of the physicality that Ferris State has, because that's one of the few things they have going for them at this point, unless they really dial up their offense. They've been very physical, and that's been their strong suit. So if Bowling Green can be able to take that away, they're going to be in very good shape.
And then last one for me, obviously we made our goal picks, and Brody Waters has the goal already. What players are you guys individually looking for that you think can make a difference in these final two periods?
I think Ryan O'Hara is still going to be a huge difference maker. He's got a great line with Ben Duran and Brody Waters. We've talked about him not scoring a goal. He doesn't have an assist in this game either, but he's got the most assists on the team with 4. So he's contributed a lot of points, just strictly points-wise. And, it doesn't really matter who fills the goal as long as you get it. So Ryan O'Hara's assists are still very he's still a veteran out there. He still makes some very great passes. He draws some attention. So he's going to be a player to look out for in every game, even if he's not scoring the amount of goals that you'd expect.
All right, well, thank you for joining us here on the first period intermission report. Look forward to hearing your guys' talk in the second period intermission report. Stay tuned for that. But we will take a quick break here and then get back to the action. Ben Korak, Nathan Burkett on the call at Slater Family Ice Arena. Bowling Green, Ferris State tied 1-1 after 20 minutes. You're listening to BGSU Hockey here on WBGU 88.1 FM.
The premier community theater of Bowling Green is the Black Swamp Players. For over 50 years, Black Swamp Players has been dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. For more information or to volunteer, visit blackswampplayers.org.
This is Lucas Kleinmeyer, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
We are getting ready to start the second period of action between Bowling Green Hockey and Ferris State Hockey. It was an exciting first period. We had 2 goals, one from each team, a fresh sheet of ice, and essentially a fresh game as the score is tied. Ben Korak here with Nathan Burkett from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. Also, the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel has highlights and rebroadcasts of all of our Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts and games that we cover. So go onto that YouTube channel, again, the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel for that as well. And stick around for the second period intermission report when we have special guest Rick Crow, a sponsor of our Falcon Media Sports Network hockey travel this season. We'll be at every game from Minnesota to northern Michigan. So we will have him on the second intermission. You definitely don't want to miss our conversation with him. We have a penalty right off the get-go by Trevor Talian. And I don't know what the penalty is on.
Only 3 seconds into the period.
Just off the face-off. Right off the draw. It might be possibly Cole Birch. Oh, he hit the puck with his hand off the face-off. That's one you don't see every day.
I did not have that on my bingo card.
No. So 2 minutes for facing off with your hand. And the Falcons will have a prime opportunity to take a goal early. 2 minutes of man advantage. They're 1 for 2 on power plays today. Ryan O'Hara for the faceoff. He wins. Rare win from a right winger. This one back to O'Hara. O'Hara digs it out of the near side to Waters. Waters to O'Hara is intercepted by Ferris State, and they ice it down to the other side of the ice. Colmore digs down. Jacob Dirks up to O'Hara. O'Hara down the near side. Pressed up against the boards. O'Hara and Martin digging it out. Waters wasn't in right position. And another icing will happen as Breck McKinley gloves that one, keeps it inside the blue line. O'Hara in deep, pass over to the slot, and it couldn't land. O'Hara back to McKinley. McKinley pass across to Norris. Norris, the shot in is blocked by Jacob Dirks. Good play to get on his knee on that one. Saved in by the Falcons. Pass across to another point man. This one's pancaked up the ice. Falcons will have to chase it down. 1:10 left to play, and the man advantage for Bowling Green.
Good job McKinley so far on this power play, keeping the puck in the offensive zone multiple times.
Adam Zunka takes it up. Freshman and Utah Hockey Club draftee. Breck McKinley now back behind Cole Moore, taking it all the way up. Sternberg up the near side. Dumps it in. He's pressed up by Talian. Andrew Noel fights with Zunka for this one. Gets it away. Kabanoff back up to the top. Parker to near side to Imonen. Imonen working it in. Can't get a good pass. Gives it back to Sternberg. Sternberg fighting for it with Imonen. Andrew Noel will give it to Trevor Talian. Talian will get it up past the blue line. 26 seconds left. And man advantage for the Falcons. Up past the blue line, stay on sides. Pass across to Sternberg. Has a lot of open ice, but now it's closed in by Talian. Talian back around. Sternberg dumps it in to Eric Parker. Parker just pokes it away. Into Sternberg again. Pass in. Oh, he had a wide open net. Ville Imonen just wasn't able to fill it, and the icing will kill off the third power play of the game for the Falcons. What an absolutely fantastic chance. Forecheck by Ferris State keeps it in their own end. In and back around. Logan Hero dumps it. Passing in now up to O'Hara. O'Hara is kept in. Deflection is an offside warning against Ferris State, so they leave it for the Falcons. O'Hara in and through the zone, looking in. Back around, up to the top of the point. He fans on it, still keeps it in. Maxwell Martin now behind. Cross over into the middle. Oh, Brody Waters had a chance. Two great chances for the Falcons, but some bad luck. This one's a pass in, could be an offside on Ferris State, and that's what it'll be.
Two fantastic opportunities for Falcons in that stint. Just can't quite capitalize there.
Waters had good position. Ville Imonen had a prime position. The low angle shot just won't fall. Man, great chances for the Falcons coming into the second period. 17 minutes left to play. Still tied 1-1 between Bowling Green and Ferris State. CCHA opening weekend for the Falcons. Off of the high glass, stays in the O zone of Ferris State. Now it's kicked out by the Falcons. Caden Galt has a goal in this game in the first period. 2 minutes and 56 seconds in. First score of the weekend for Ferris State, who had a split series with Bemidji State. Their first of the season. This one's dump in. Ben Duran has the position. Presses up against Nico DeVita. Turns it over to Scardina. Scardina puts on a hit. Andrew Noel and Shouty. Gets it back away, but DeVita handles. Takes it into the neutral zone. Dalton Norris behind his own goal. Cole Moore pushing away Zach Fairmouth. Fairmouth still pressing up. The pass way up the ice is not handled into the zone. It's touched by DeVita, so it won't be nicing. Martin with position, over across into the slot, and it's off of West. Back into the zone is Sternberg. Some very good chances from the Falcons. 5 minutes expired, almost 5 minutes expired in this period. Shoved to the ground is Ville Imonen. Imonen back to the point. Breck McKinley looking in. This one's a high shot, just wide left. Sternberg still battling with DeVita. DeVita holds on cleanly now, no contest. Pancakes it up, kept in by McKinley, who is playing defense with Sternberg, an odd line for the Falcons. Don't see that a whole lot. Ben Wozni, normally the line mate of Sternberg. Eric Parker, normally the line mate of Breck McKinley. This one's into the Ferris State bench, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off in the neutral zone. .23 left to play in the second period. Not a whole lot of stoppages, especially because Bowling Green's power play was dominated, and then they maintained a good amount of possession since. Passing it up. Fighting with Dirks. He lays out to stop this one from being passed into the slot. It was a good defensive play. Now up the near side is Wozni. Wozni into Kabanoff. Kabanoff fighting for it. Gets a stick on it. Gets it to another Falcon. They turn it over. Niedermeyer with good position. And it takes a miracle of a play for Talian to get that one away. Now near side still battling. Ferris State trying to get it out of the blue line. They can. Birch knocks it in just wide left of Cole Moore. Didn't really have a chance to go in. The pass up to Brody Waters. Had an open man. Just barely missed him.
Would have been a great opportunity if he connected.
Fantastic. Had a lot of open space in front of him. Not a lot of defense. Now the Falcons with a 3-on-3 rush. O'Hara dumps it up to Waters. Waters working in. Looks for a pass, and it's deflected away by Xavier Jean-Louis. Ben Duran digs it out over toward the middle. This one's saved by Ryan O'Hara. Ryan O'Hara still fighting for it, and it comes to the near side.
O'Hara had 2-3 good chances there.
Just a little bit too pressed up against Noah West. Didn't have a whole lot of angle. Dalton Norris digs it back around, possessing it in his D zone. Waters wears a hit, near side boards. Looking to get it away. Now it clears back behind Cole Moore. O'Hara picks it up, dumps into the middle to the neutral zone. Brody Waters giving a forecheck and a shove. Into the neutral zone. Parker puts on a hit. Ferris State, nice cross over. Oh, Caden Galt. Almost a spinning attack. And this one's chipped up and into the netting. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off to the, what should be the neutral zone. Still 1-1, Falcons at Ferris State, but 20 shots on goal for Bowling Green, 10 for Ferris State. And the shot battle, which was being led by Ferris State, has come to a screeching halt, especially with some penalty troubles. 4 minutes already for Matt Corbet, almost back-to-back. And then 2 minutes for Badal and Birch. Bowling Green's 1 for 3 on their power plays today. The power play goal coming from Brody Waters in the 15th minute, assisted by Matvey Kabanoff.
Icing call goes against BG here, much to the dismay of Zlinka.
So they do not get a fresh set on the ice. We'll definitely be looking to dump and get their guys off, get a new shift. Scardina loses the face off to Ferris State. Galt with another shot high and wide. This one is another shot into the slot. Near side, pass again into the slot. It's kept out by Sternberg. Good defensive play, and they clack sticks. BG getting it outside the blue line. Ferris State has to regroup. They don't even possess it yet. Now they do. It's Max Itagaki. Itagaki is kept in by Fighton and finally fires it back around way wide. Nico DeVita has to chase it down. Harsh forecheck by the Falcons. Scardina now comes up with this one on a delayed penalty. And somebody will head to the box. Looks like it's going to be Seth Fighton. Didn't see what it could be. Maybe an interference. Possibly a slashing. For hooking. There we go. So he was pressing against the boards. So Bowling Green will have to kill this one off. They're 4 for 4 on penalty kills so far in this series. They haven't attempted one today. Now they will. Trevor Talian with the puck. Into Shouty. Shouty in deep. Pass to the slot. Fairmouth can't hold on. This one poked away. Kept in by a Bulldog defenseman. Back around. Fairmouth chips it up at the blue line. Pass. This one is in and across the shot and the score. Jacob Badal with a good wrister from the near side. And only 19 seconds into the power play.
The formation on the BG penalty kill there started to fall apart, it looked like. The puck battle was up around the blue line. Just a couple too many guys tried to join in on that, try to get the puck out, and they left the far side a little underprotected.
So Ferris State tilts the ice. It's 2 for the Bulldogs, 1 for Bowling Green. 12 minutes, 31 seconds left to play. Time of the goal, 7:29 into the second period. They're verifying now. So a costly hooking penalty for Seth Fighton. And the Falcons are trailing as they did in the first period. Chasing in is Lurkerberg. Passing it over to the slot, but no Falcon is there. Jean-Louis takes it back. And across. Zach Silich up the ice, turned over to the Falcons. A dump in from Owen Ozar. This one is a shot that's saved from Noah West. Kicked back to the far side boards. Jean-Louis tips it up the ice to Corbet. Corbet is kept in by Ozar. Ozar wears a hit, tries to get it free, but now Jean-Louis has a one-on-one defenseman against a forward. A lazy shot in is knocked away by Cole Moore. Sternberg will possess cleanly, tip it up the half wall to McKinley. I'm sorry, Ben Duran. Ben Duran now in. Leaving it back, pressed up against by Andrew Noel. Size mismatch a lot of the time for the Falcons. Andrew Noel pushes down. Pass over in the middle. Brody Waters with a chance. He shoots. Oh, it's saved by Noah West. What a chance. So many good chances for the Falcons of this period, and just getting in too tight with West and don't have a good angle. Pass back in. Good shot here for Ferris State. Can't complete the pass, so they don't even get a shot on goal, but they had a lot of open ice. Now Waters. Good pass across to McKinley. McKinley dumps it into the zone, pushes down a man. McKinley with a one-on-one. The shot in, kept up by Waters. Waters tries to cross it. Oh, Scardina couldn't fill this one in. Noah West tips this one up and into the netting, shuts this play down. And about 3 good chances on that drive for the Falcons. None of them fall, and it's still 2-1.
We keep saying this period does all these great chances for the Falcons. You gotta wonder, like, when is the puck luck gonna happen? So, we just keep getting a little too close in on West.
No line change for the Falcons. Scardino will go for the faceoff. Wins it back, up to the point. Bulldog hits the ice, so it's a 5-on-4. This one's a shot into Seth Fighton, who falls on the puck. He covers it up, still sitting on it. Now it's cleared to Scardina. Scardina loses it to Itagaki. Itagaki takes it into the zone, back up to Fighton. Fighton in the neutral zone, turns it over, back to Itagaki. Itagaki looks for the pass in. Dole is tipped away by Cole Moore as he works in tight. Wozni up to the Falcons, and a good chance for Scardina. So the whistle blows. Somebody's going to go to the box.
I believe the Ferris State here.
It's going to be a Ferris State Bulldog. And maybe Caden Galt, as he was getting tied up with Cole Moore.
And Passanen.
And Passanen as well. Passanen might have been defending his tender, though.
Yeah.
So Caden Galt will go to the sin box. Another prime opportunity for the Falcons. We'll see if this is another roughing the goaltender penalty. We saw that yesterday for high sticking. Okay, he was getting. Yeah, that's a high sticking.
Too many shots towards Passanen there.
He was laying on top of Tommy Passanen with the stick in the air and hit the face of, or the face mask of Cole Moore.
And Cole Moore called for it right away.
Yes, he did. It's a penalty. You might as well take it. Ryan O'Hara for the face-off. Won by Ferris State. Tried to be iced back around. McKinley does a good job of keeping it in. Works his way up to the near side point. Dalton Norris back around to McKinley. Now on the far side point. O'Hara playing the point. Works his way up. Back pass is intercepted by Cole Birch. Birch up the near side, weaseling his way in. Is picked up by Ryan O'Hara as he was pressed up by Breck McKinley. O'Hara with a head of steam into the zone. Dekes it in. Couldn't be held onto by Brody Waters. Ferris State ices it with a minute 30 left to play, and the man advantage for Bowling Green. They're 1 for 3 on the power play in this game. Looking to make it 2 for 4 after an 0 for 6 yesterday. Gustav Sternberg all the way in the zone. Back to Zonka. Zonka to Norris. Norris digs it out behind the near side wheel. Back up to the point. Calling for it to Sternberg. Sternberg a slap shot near side, and he had a chance. Back to Sternberg. Works it back in. Looking for a pass. Another shot, and he scores! Gustav Sternberg!
From the tight angle.
Wrister from the near side wheel. And the defenseman earns his second goal of the 24-25 season.
We're talking about when will the puck luck happen. Well, when you keep getting good chances like the Falcons have this period, eventually the hockey gods will look in your favor, and they did so on that play there.
Game back tied. Ferris State and Bowling Green locked up at 2. Adam Zonka leaves it back for Scardina. Scardina with a head of steam. Pass all the way across. He had Passanen wide open, streaking toward the net. Now Passanen holds on to this one. Scardina wide open. Pass up to Zonka. Zonka takes it up the near side. Looking for a pass. Now gets it in Wozni, just not fast enough to get there.
Biden was looking for a call there. Will not get one.
Passes up. Sternberg with the unassisted official ruling. Now an odd man rush for the Falcons. Tip over the middle. Couldn't complete the pass to Quinn Emerson. Imonen with a nice pass. Emerson just a little bit slow to get there. Back up to the point. Sternberg can't keep it in. Tries to knock it back in. He interferes with Nardicia in a delayed penalty against the Falcons. And Sternberg, after his big goal to tie the game, will head back to the box. And with that, we'll also head to our media timeout. 2-2 Bowling Green, but Sternberg's going to serve 2 minutes after this timeout on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
Looking for a BG Athletics discussion show? Check out The Swoop, where a rotating cast of Falcon Media Sports Network co-hosts talk everything BGSU athletics. New episodes are available every Thursday at 6 p.m. on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel.
Wake up every weekday with WBGU and The Morning Show. The Morning Show is a community resource for weekly events, news, sports, weather, interviews with community officials and organizations, birthday and anniversary announcements, and more. The Morning Show broadcasts live Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. from the Killeen Center at Bowling Green State University. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
2 goals on the season, 2 assists on the season, 4 total points. Just scored a big second goal of the 2024-25 campaign. Gustav Sternberg now sits in timeout, but not before he does a great job for the Falcons. Wrist shot from the near side, unassisted. 10 minutes and 47 seconds into this second period. I'm Ben Korak with Nathan Burkett from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news, updates, and content, go to bgfalconmedia.com, BG_FMSN on Twitter, and check out our highlight packages and rebroadcasts on the BG Falcon Media YouTube channel. Nathan, there's a prime penalty kill opportunity for the Falcons. Take some momentum and keep transferring it back. That's a penalty.
Right off the face-off here.
Ethan Scardina might be heading to the box. That might be a hand on the puck. Oh, no.
He will be heading to the box here.
Scooped that one away. He knew it as soon as he did it.
Talk about how rare that is, too, in one period here.
He's not even going to argue. That. Oh, my gosh. All right. 5-on-3 for Ferris State. I haven't even seen a 5-on-3 in last year's broadcast. Didn't see one. This year in the same game, we've seen 2. 1 for, 1 against the Falcons.
And now Ferris State almost has an entire 2 minutes on this 5-on-3.
Hero back to Galt. Galt on the in. Shot is blocked by Ben Wozni. Can't clear it out of the zone, though. Tough to clear now with 3 men on the ice in their triangle formation. Ferris State circling back around. There's it back for Hero. Hero pass inside. Another shot just high. Hero is kept in near side by Birch. Birch playing the point. Pass in deep. Working it back around is Galt. Now pass back to Galt. The shot just goes wide right. Maybe off the shoulder pad of Quinn Emerson on this penalty kill. Hero back in. There's another shot is saved by Cole Moore. Minute 16 left in 5-on-3. Only 2 more seconds. So essentially the entire power play will be a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-5. Gustav Sternberg and Ethan Scardina, one of the best defensive forwards and the best defensive defenseman for the Falcons, and not able to participate in this penalty kill. Ferris State up at the point. Talian looking in, pass way across to Nardicia, can't land. Ardicchio looks for a pass now as he's pressed up against the boards. Shouty trades places with Talian, working it in deep to Fairmouth. Fairmouth pass all the way across, back up to Talian. Talian with a shot, and it fills. Just great wrister from beyond the far side wheel.
Just barely rolls over the line there.
Gustav Stierenberg will leave the box. The choice decision for the Falcons, so they get 3 complete lines of defensemen. So he ties the game as the hero, but only for a few seconds as he works his way into the box again, and the Falcons not able to kill the first penalty, and they still have 57 seconds.
Colmore on that play, though, got most of it. He needed all of it there.
57 seconds of 5-on-4 now. Still technically on the penalty kill. Seth Fighton chasing this one into the zone of Ferris State. Got his stick on this one, but Hero holds on easily. Owen Ozar now with position. He's pressed up against the boards by Hero. They're going to have to do some fighting to get this one away from Ozar, and they get it done, but not after some time is wasted. Cole Birch takes it up the center of the ice with 30 seconds left. Here, gang, back around. Back in. Defenseman ices it into Owen Ozar, who slaps it back again, and the Falcons, 3 of the 4 Falcons will go for a line change. Now all 4 will, as this one's lackadaisically centered and taken back and around by Hero. Hero back to Birch. Birch up the neutral zone. Pass way across. This one to Caden Galt. Caden Galt almost as get out of the zone. Stick clacking. 3 seconds left in the power play. Back to 5-on-5 even strength are the Falcons. 3-2. Ferris State over Bowling Green. Chip up the ice is Ben Wozni. Ben Wozni takes it all the way into the zone. He's pressed up against the board. The whistle blows. This might be another penalty.
It is against Ferris State this time.
Here's to hoping. With how many penalties we had called in this game, we already have 18 minutes total before this one.
BG's bench was on it right away.
Steve McKinchick for the call. His 1,000th career game honored before this game started. We'll see on the board. Oh, that's interference. Ben Duran just got crushed center ice by Caden Galt. And that'll be his 3rd and 4th penalty minutes of the game.
In the wise words of Wes McCauley, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Especially that blatant. Always will be a call.
Won by both.
Don't miss The Morning Show on WBGU FM every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. Join the Morning Show team weekday mornings to hear about local news, local weather reports, community programming, financial market reports, coaches show with coaches from BGSU and BGHS, and live news maker interviews. Listen live every weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. locally on 88.1 FM or streaming online at bgfalconmedia.com.
The Ohio State Highway Patrol is looking for motivated, service-minded individuals for the position of state trooper. The choice to become a trooper is a choice that positively affects the lives of countless people on a daily basis. Our minimum requirements are as follows. You must be 20 to 34 years of age, possess a high school diploma or GED, be a United States citizen, and have a valid driver's license. We will also pay you during your training. For information, visit our website at statepatrol.ohio.gov. It's simple. It's your tomorrow, and it starts here.
Black Swamp Players of Bowling Green is dedicated to the advancement of amateur theatrics, including production of live theater as well as various educational opportunities involving the arts. Founded in 1965, the organization provides high-quality amateur live theater as well as opportunities to the cast, crews, and the viewing public. BSP is a nonprofit organization whose volunteer membership is open to any person, regardless of age, religion, sexual orientation, or race. Visit blackswampplayers.org for more information.
I always had to be so good, no one could ignore me. Carve my path with data and drive. But some people only see who I am on paper. The paper ceiling, the limitations from degree screens to stereotypes that are holding back over 70 million stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes, rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time for skills to speak for themselves. Find resources for breaking through barriers at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
My husband had a gun. Him and his friends would go shooting. When he stored the gun, he didn't know. In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
65 Americans a day die by gun suicide. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
The way I describe it for people is my dad shot himself and the bullet hit everyone in his life. It was a week before my 30th birthday, and I had this impulse to call him, but I didn't because I thought I could call him later that week.
65 Americans a day die by gun suicide. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs
and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
Nice pass from Quinn Emerson. Back pass. Bowling Green taking it through the neutral zone. We apologize for our technical difficulties. This shot on goal is knocked away by Noah West, just outside. Falcons digging for it again. Underneath the goal, Breck McKinley into Kabanoff. Kabanoff turns it back around all the way across to Tommy Passanen. 4:41 left to play in the third period. 3-3 the score. Ville Imonen. Off of the high glass, back into the Bowling Green defensive territory. Harsh pass up to Kabanoff, who couldn't really handle it, but Ben Wozni comes to his aid. Grabs this one. Falcons take it back out. Breck McKinley wears a hit, gets it away. Niedermeyer with a good amount of position. Back into Lurkerberg. Lurkerberg fighting for it. Pressing out is Kabanoff. Kabanoff now comes up with this one. He's got some open ice. Weaseling in for a pass. That's a hooking. Yes, it'll be called. So Bowling Green with an extra advantage. Cole Moore is heading off the ice, but the puck goes into the netting, and we'll have a penalty assessed to some semblance of Ferris State. While we have a second, we'll figure out who this penalty is on first. It looks to be Cole Birch, if it stands, and hooking. Another penalty for Ferris State. That'll be 14 total minutes on the game. Do the math, that's 7 total penalties. Get the call from Steve McKinchick. Hooking, I believe it's on number 29. He didn't say the number. However, because of our technical difficulties, we'll give you a rundown. We don't know exactly how long we were off. Caden Galt and Brody Waters scored goals in the first period. In the second period, Jacob Badal for Ferris State scored a power play goal, followed by Gustav Sternberg with a power play goal of his own, as this one off the faceoff finds on the doorstep of Noah West, and he'll cover it up. So Jacob Badal, power play goal, assist by Nargitia. 7 minutes, 29 seconds into the second period. At 10:47 into the second, Gustav Sternberg on a power play, unassisted wrist shot from the near side wheel. After that, Cole Birch with power play goal, assisted by Nardicia and Jacob Badal. 12:43 into the second period, and then at the 14:15 mark, Brody Waters scored a second power play goal of the game, and that's how we got to this point right here. 3:50 left in the second period, 3-3 the score. Ryan O'Hara pass all the way across. Dalton Norris with a chance in! Brody Waters hat trick! 4-3 Bowling Green!
Another power play goal on the night for Bowling Green.
Six power play goals in a row. The lone outlier by Caden Galt in the first period. And Bowling Green leads 4-3.
We talked in the pregame show about how Waters went 4 games without a goal. Big response here with a hat trick.
Reverse Caster curse coming to fruition. As we said that yesterday, we said it today, and now Brody Waters with the game of his life. 16-16 mark. Assisted by Dalton Norris and Ryan O'Hara. O'Hara's 5th assist of the season. Dalton Norris is first. Now Maxwell Martin being interfered with. The hand goes up again. Bowling Green fighting for possession. It'll be held onto by Ferris State. And with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left, we will get another Bowling Green power play.
Maxwell Martin there just kept strong at the puck, eventually forced the Ferris State player to either give up a good opportunity or take a penalty, and they took a penalty there.
Trevor Talian heads to the box once again. Another power play goal for Brody Waters, assisted by Ryan O'Hara and Dalton Norris. The one before that, assisted by Dalton Norris. So Norris, who didn't have an assist coming into this game, has 2. And Brody Waters, who had a 4-game drought.
Another hooking call against the Bulldogs today.
My gosh. It has just been a bloodbath of penalties in Slater Family Ice Arena. 16 penalty minutes for Ferris State, only 8 for the Falcons.
Especially in the second period.
Brody Waters back to McKinley off of the one face-off. Dalton Norris near side, way across to Ryan O'Hara into the chest of Noah West.
It seems like the more penalties they take, the more frustrated Ferris State gets, which just leads to more penalties.
Just back and forth, back and forth. The lone 2 goals, well, not lone 2 goals. Brody Waters back-to-back goals, the only saving grace for the Falcons. Brody Waters is tripped up as he drops the puck with his hand. It's a 2-on-2 rush for Ferris State as they dump it back into the zone off of the high glass. Bounces back behind the goal for Bowling Green. 2:40 left to play in the second period, 1:30 left on the man advantage. Maxwell Martin into the zone, is dropped by Dole. Falcon fans wanted a penalty on that, but there wasn't one. It looked like Martin might have been interfered with again. But to be honest, I'd be wary about calling penalties at this point in the game, considering we've had 16 minutes.
Ref's getting good arm workout.
I know, right? My hand's been in the air more than it's not.
Bring a Dumbo out, you know?
Sternberg up the near side. Leaves it back into the neutral zone. Have to get back on sides. Kabanoff takes it in. A little bit delayed, but they were having to be on sides. Now Ferris State with the 2-on-2 rush once again. Fairmouth with a shot is saved by Cole Moore, who knocks it far enough away. But the Falcons can get control before this power play is expired. 45 seconds left. Man advantage for Bowling Green. Minute 50 left in the second period. Pass over into the middle. Sternberg still fighting. Putting on a hit, going for the body here. Back to Zonka. Zonka turns it back around. He's dropped. The puck drops in the center. Nardicia possesses. Takes up. Pancakes into the ice. Xavier Jean-Louis presses it up against the boards to waste some time as his team goes for a change. Less than 20 left in the man advantage. Back around for Bowling Green. Seth fighting. Up and in. Blows a tire. Ben Wozni back around to Scardina. Scardina leaves it back for McKinley. McKinley back into Duran. Full strength. And now in the play is Trevor Talian, who has a little bit of a breakaway. It's 2-on-1 odd man rush. Trevor Talian with the shot. Saved by Cole Moore.
That's a big one right there.
Ben Wozni now possession of the puck in to Jacob Dirks. Dirks can't hold on. Ethan Scardina is pushed down to the ice. No hand goes up. We're almost expecting it at this point. Pancakes it up. 43 seconds left in the second period. Jacob Dirks pushes it up through the neutral zone. Kept in. Niedermeyer back into Scardina. Scardina with a little bit of range. Looking for the pass. Good fake to the inside. Pulls it back around into the slot. Niedermeyer is being pushed. The whistle blows as West grabs this one. Opts for a faceoff with 23 or 26 seconds left in the second period. What a period.
What a period.
I mean, 3 goals for Bowling Green, 2 goals for Ferris State, all on power plays. And a completed hat trick by Brody Waters, and it's not even the third yet. Dalton Norris back to Passanen. Passanen in, this one into the slot. Norris has to keep this one on the ricochet. It's intercepted by Cole Birch. Birch up through the neutral zone. It's a 3-on-2 rush in favor of Ferris State. Another shot and a score from what looked to be the left winger, Gavin Best. And Ferris State with less than 9 seconds left, 8.9, ties this one up. Breaking the streak of power play goals. So we were back in the, thought we were going to head into intermission at 4-3, and now we're heading in with an even playing surface again. Cole Birch with the assist on that goal, 1951 into the period.
BG will dump it in.
BG dumps it in, pressed up against the boards, and both teams will opt for a fresh sheet of ice and a brand new game heading into the third period. The score is tied 4-4 between Bowling Green and Ferris State. Absolutely fantastic game and a great high scoring second period on WBGU 88.1 FM. We'll have post-game and not post-game. We'll have intermission report in a few minutes featuring Rick Crow, our sponsor for BG Hockey from the Falcon Media Sports Network this year. We'll talk to him in a few moments on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU Hockey.
BG Volleyball looks to sweep the Battle of I-75 against Toledo on Tuesday, November 5th. Join Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korak and Chaz McNeil at 5:45 for pregame and 6 p.m. for first serve on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Interested in joining Falcon Media Sports Network? If you're looking to get involved, send an email to sports@bgfalconmedia.com.
On October 4th, 2024, BGSU Volleyball opposite hitter Lauren Hovey recorded her 115th career service ace in BG's comeback reverse sweep of Western Michigan, passing Paige Penrod for the most in program history during the rally scoring era. Falcon Media Sports Network's Chaz McNeil had the call of the historic moment on WBGU 88.1 FM.
And that will make history. Lauren Hovey's 115th ace in the rally scoring era is in the history books as the Stroh Center applauds.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
The Morning Show on WBGU FM is brought to you by the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce. For more information, contact The Morning Show at themorningshow@bgchamber.net. Send them any programming suggestions or information you might have. They are always looking for show ideas and guests. To have your birthday or anniversary announced, email or call the Bowling Green Chamber of Commerce at 419-353-7945. The Morning Show on WBGU.
Welcome back to the Slater Family Ice Arena. The score is tied 4-4 between Bowling Green State University Falcons and the Ferris State Bulldogs. It's been an electric game, especially that second period in which we had 6 goals scored. But right now we have a celebrity on the call with us right now. We have Rick Crow, our Falcon Media Sports Network sponsor for our BG hockey season, allowing us to travel with Bowling Green hockey this year and call from all over the nation. So Rick, it's a pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you. I can't say I've ever been called a celebrity, but
yeah, I mean you are to the Falcon Media Sports Network because you have single-handedly allowed us to be able to travel with BG hockey this year and bring hockey from Bowling Green into the community and without a paid subscription to Midcoast Sports, which is always.
I think it's important that the fans hear a local perspective on away games. And when you're listening to the other guys, you just don't get that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Just so we have a basis of knowledge about you, can you talk a little bit about how you got into Bowling Green hockey, when you graduated from Bowling Green, when you started watching?
I went back to school in '83. I was given the opportunity to finish my degree up and ended up with a different degree than I originally went in for. But we were living, you know where University Courts apartments are?
Yes.
Yeah, behind McDonald's. We were living there, and my wife said, I heard the hockey team's doing pretty well. This was 1983.
Yeah.
And why don't we go to a game? Well, I was a student. I got free tickets. Sure, why not? The line was forever long. I don't know if you've heard about the legendary lines to get in this place. Sat in section. Well, we didn't sit in section A. When we finally got in, we stood up in the stairway in section A. We were playing Ohio State that night.
Oh.
And we were ranked number 1 and number 2 in the nation. Mm-hmm. And that's all it took. I mean, it's like from that point on, we barely missed a game.
Well, 1983 and 1984 would have been the time to watch BGSU hockey, given what we all know happened in 1984.
Yeah, that was the national championship.
Yeah, the only D1 national championship in Bowling Green State University history.
We watched that game at a party.
Yeah?
Yeah, we would only go to the party if they agreed to have the game on, because it was up in Toledo, and they happened to get Pass Sports up there, which is what it was being broadcast on. That place, that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to go to one of the bars.
Mm-hmm. What was your reaction to the 1984 game?
It's incredible. We fully expected to have at least 2 or 3 by the end of the 80s, and obviously that didn't materialize. But
for a 4 overtime game, that's quite the watching experience. We talked to broadcasters, players, coaches, some fans last year as well when we had the 40th anniversary. Just a fantastic game, a fantastic time for you to start watching Bowling Green hockey. How long have you had season tickets in the Slater family?
I was going to say, since I graduated in '86, and the next season we had the season tickets. So '87.
So 87.
Because I could afford them then. Yeah.
Yeah. How many games do you estimate that you've missed over the last? I don't even know how many years. 41 years now. Can you count on your hand?
Maybe 10.
Yeah.
11. Yeah.
That's some impressive stuff. That's a dedicated fan right there. What has been your favorite BGSU team over that time period that you've been watching?
Favorite BGSU team?
Yeah.
They all have their qualities. Right now, I'm really enjoying this team.
Yeah.
But I probably when we had Rob Blake and Nelson Emerson on the team. My wife was a hearing impaired teacher in Findlay, and she actually got those guys to go down to Findlay to talk to the class.
Oh,
they were great. I mean, they're great people.
Yeah.
And we got to know that group of players pretty well, and that was probably my favorite. That would probably have been around 86, 87.
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s, somewhere around there.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned really enjoying this team. What have you thought so far of Willie and his impact on the program? And it's an awkward period, at least for myself as a fan as well, because so many of the players and the coaching staff return. So it's like you have a new look team, but you don't really, because all the players are just a different system.
I noticed a lot of the newer players that have come in this year are regulars in the lineup. It's a lot more intense. All they have to do is watch his post-game interviews, and it's like that's a completely different attitude than we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
And he expects to win, and if we don't win, he expects you to be playing hard.
Yeah.
And you could tell when they came out the second period tonight, they were on fire.
Oh, yeah.
But they were crashing the net. Too many pucks got loose, and we end up with a tie game at the end of the second period again. But you got to play both ways. Yeah. But I'm not a coach, so he lit a fire under him, and they responded. So.
Yeah, 3 goals from Bowling Green in that second period. I was told that you had a prediction before the game that Brody Waters was going to score the first goal of the game.
I did.
And not only did Brody Waters score the first goal of the game,
he's got a hat trick.
A hat trick. And we're not even into the third period yet. So is Brody Waters one of your favorite players? What kind of...
I like watching him play.
Yeah.
He's always hustling and always around the net, and that's the kind of player you want. You want the garbage guys, the guys that aren't afraid to stand in front of the net and wait for the rebounds.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of player he is.
It seems like the kind of team that we have a lot of. We saw that yesterday with Maxwell Martin, had one like that.
Yeah.
Ben Durant likes to sit there in front of the net as well. So a lot of those players.
Well, I think that's what Willie expects. I mean, you got to fight for that position all the time, and that's what they're doing. So.
Yeah. Let's talk about Cole Moore a little bit, because you've watched him the last 2 years. He's allowed 4 goals in this game on not a lot of shots on goal, but a lot of those, some of them are on defensive breakdowns that can't totally be attributed to him. How do you think he's performed this year?
He's great. I mean, there's no doubt he's a rock in front of the net. But you're right, tonight. I think I could fault him with at least one of those goals. The other ones were defensive breakdowns, and it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. When your defense is not giving you any help, it's tough to stop the puck. So we'll get back into a little bit about your sponsorship of our program. Why did you feel the desire to sponsor us and allow us to travel?
I touched on that a little bit as far as having a local perspective on away games. But my wife, I don't know if you know, she passed away a couple years ago, but every game that she watched, whether it was being streamed or whether she was here, she always had a radio with her listening to 88.1 while watching the game. It helped her understand what was going on better, for one, but she also got to know a lot of the former announcers like you, so that was part of it.
Yeah.
A big part of it. She every game she watched, she had her earphone in, so listening to you guys talk about it. So.
Yeah. I
think her favorite was Everett Fitzhugh, by the way.
Oh, well, it's yeah. I don't disagree, considering he's with the Seattle Kraken right now, and
although I think she would have enjoyed you too. But,
yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I personally feel very honored that you have put trust in not only our organization but myself to travel to. I know we have 3 trips to Minnesota. We have a couple to northern Michigan to be able to be the voice of Falcon hockey and represent both the community of Bowling Green and the program itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a complete honor, and without you, we wouldn't have that privilege. So for all the Falcon fans out there, Rick Crow should be your hero. He's my hero that allows us to travel all over this CCHA conference, and just thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. Going forward, we're going to have some things named after you on our calls just to pay tribute. So when you are...
Name a couple things after my wife, because she started.
I will. So we'll do that. I'll write that down just after we get off our call right now. Rick Crow, it was a pleasure talking to you, having you on.
It's my pleasure.
One last thing. What do you want Bowling Green to improve on going into the third period, give them the best chance to win this hockey game?
Obvious. Defense.
Defense?
Yeah, the offense, there's obviously no problem with that. We're scoring power play goals. Power play corrected itself from last night, but defensive breakdowns are killing us. So we need to get back on D a lot quicker.
Perfect. Rick Rowe, shaking your hand right now. Nobody else can see, but thank you very much for being with us today. We'll talk to you again soon, and hopefully you'll be listening to us on WBGU 88.1 FM.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you, Rick. In just a few moments, we'll bring you puck drop at the third period. Bowling Green and Ferris State tied 4-4. The Slater Family Ice Arena on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for Falcon hockey.
Hey there, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. Make sure to tune into the Zig Zone every Sunday at 4 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network. Hey, BGSU graduate Jason Jackson from the Miami Heat here. When I was a Falcon, there was BGRSO. Now, it's Falcon Media Sports Network. Keep up with all BGSU sports news and action by following BG_FMSN on Twitter/X and check out BGFalconMedia.com. Hi, Ziggy.
Be part of the WBGU team. Volunteer with WBGU FM in a variety of roles, including on-air, promotions, social media, music selection, and much more. Positions are always available to students and the local community. For more information, visit the WBGU Facebook page. Volunteer with Northwest Ohio's community radio station, WBGU 88.1 FM. The return to radio freedom.
Bowling Green Falcons tied with the Ferris State Bulldogs here, entering the third period of action on the second game of the CCHA regular season for the Falcons, and the barn opening for conference play this year, and the christening of the new improvements that have been done to the Slater Family Ice Arena. So if you can, come down to the Slater Family Ice Arena and look around, see the new lighting, the new box seats, maybe purchase one of them, show your support for BGSU hockey. I'm Ben Korak here with Nathan Burkett. We just heard a few moments ago from Rick Crow, who's the sponsor of BGSU hockey for the Falcon Media Sports Network, allowing us to travel all around the CCHA with the Falcons this year. I give you my word that we will not miss a broadcast. We will do everything in our power to not miss a broadcast. We will bring you every single game of BGSU hockey this season with myself, any color guys, definitely all the home games will have a color man. So that's what we can look forward to for BGSU hockey this season. What we saw from BGSU hockey in the second period was an absolute one bloodbath of penalties and two slaughter of goals. Nathan, why don't you talk to us a little bit about that second period for the Falcons and the Bulldogs?
Absolutely. We absolutely just saw a team yesterday, no power play goals from the Falcons despite having 6 opportunities. All 4 goals so far this game come from the power play. 3 of them in that second period. It seemed like every single second we went back to play, another penalty, and usually against the Bulldogs.
Not to mention a hat trick from Brody Waters as he scores 1 in the first period, 2 in the second period. The last 2 goals for the Falcons, both on power plays. Power plays were we can't stress enough, a huge proponent of that second period. 16 total minutes for Ferris State, the majority of those coming in the second. 8 total minutes for the Falcons, a couple of those coming in the second as well. Jacob Badal, Cole Birch, and Gavin Best, all forwards for Ferris State, scored goals. Badal and Birch scoring power play goals. And then Brody Waters scored 2, and Gustav Sternberg scored 1 in the second period. That's how we got to this point right now at a tie 4-4 game between Bowling Green and Ferris State. Bowling Green wins the faceoff. They possess it in the O zone now. Switch sides once again, so the Falcons are striking left to right across your radio dial. Brody Waters out and inside. Now Gavin Best takes it up. He's got a 2-on-2 rush. Pushes it back in. This is another shot that's saved by Cole Moore into his chest, and they'll all hold on to that one and opt for a faceoff to his left.
One thing I will add, you mentioned for Brody Waters, 1 goal in the first, 2 goals in the second. Does that mean 3 goals in the third?
Hopefully 3 goals in the third. The pattern is there.
The math is there. You can't argue with the math.
He has doubled his goal total on the season, and he hasn't scored in the last 4 games. He scored 3 in the first 3, 1 in each, and then he scored 3 in this game, and he's probably one of the leading scorers in the CCHA now with 6. Bowling Green fighting for it behind their own goal. Colmore having a pretty decent day. Some couple defensive breakdowns. You heard from Rick Crow in our intermission report. He discussed that a lot. Wearing a hit into the boards. Falcon fans are showing their dismay for no call there. This one goes off of Fairmouth as he blocks the shot in. Seth Fighton works it all the way back around. Low angle shot. This is a fake one-timer from Ben Wozni, who clears it into Scardina. Scardina wraps it all the way back around. Sternberg at the near side point against the boards. Back around. Sternberg again fighting for it on the near side boards, crossing it over into the middle. Ben Wozni trying to center the pass. It's knocked away by Nardicia. Nardicia back around to Martin, back to Dalton Norris. Norris back in the zone, up to Martin. Martin into the O-zone. Quinn Emerson giving chase. He'll get there first. Take good stick work, backing it away. Pass looking to be into the slot, tried to wrap it around, but it was off the leg guard of Noah West. And now Ferris State will mount their own attack. Kept outside the blue line by Passanen. Now he gathers behind Cole Moore after the dump from Jacob Dirks. A forward for the Bulldogs. Xavier Jean-Louis will collect and get it past Imonen. Niedermeyer will dig it off the boards, but a little bit too far. That's going to be a tripping on Niedermeyer. That looked to be accidental, but it's going to be a tripping nonetheless. So penalties still plaguing both teams, really. 16 total minutes for Ferris State. That'll be 10 now for Bowling Green in the form of a Jackson Niedermeyer tripping. So the odds are not good for the Falcon penalty kill. Ferris State's 2 for 4 on power plays. Bowling Green's 4 for 7, but a complete departure from what we had yesterday, and 0 for 11 total between both teams and their power play attempts. So making some adjustments and showing some more offense in this game as opposed to a 2-0 game yesterday. 2 minutes in the box for Jackson Niedermeyer.
Eating, working, living pain-free. These are a few of the things many of us take for granted. But for many adults with disabilities who are elderly or have serious medical issues, dental care is simply unaffordable. Dental Lifeline Network is looking for dentists who can change this. DLN is asking dentists and their teams to volunteer to just see one of the many patients in need. You can literally change a life. Visit willyouseeone.org to help change one life in your community today.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Were you born from 1945 to 1965? Have you heard of hepatitis C? Hepatitis C is a leading cause of liver cancer, yet it often has no symptoms. And people born from 1945 to 1965 are 5 times more likely to have it. But here's some good news. Treatments are now available that can cure hepatitis C, which is why you should talk with your doctor about getting a blood test for hepatitis C. It could save your life. A message from the CDC.
Hey, I'm Camden North, and you're listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
The Western Scrub Jay. I was taking my science class on a virtual reality bird-watching expedition. All of a sudden, Charlie Kane shouts, "Arr! Arr!" He had spotted the elusive black swift, a bird rarely seen in the wild. For a brief moment, Charlie had not the eyes of a 9-year-old boy. He had the eyes of an eagle.
Teachers just have better work stories. Find out how creative teaching can be at teachdfw.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. Like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Bowling Green loses the face-off, but ices the puck with seconds left on the power play, so it will be held by Bowling Green now in the O zone. Ville Imonen battling for it on the boards. Eric Parker back in and around, held evenly. This one's a shot in on the deck. Brody Waters with another chance, almost had 4. 3 goals in this game and another good chance. This one goes up and into the stands, and we'll have a face-off in the Falcon O zone. Gosh, Brody Waters almost got another one. Looking at it right here, he had an open net. Noah West just slid over and shut it off. 35 shots on goal for Bowling Green, 21 for Ferris State. Johannes Lurkeberg for the faceoff. He's 2-2 on the day, so this one's for the decision. Now he gets kicked out in favor of Owen Ozar. Ozar wins the faceoff, passing it and is tripped down. The puck gets away, no penalty. Kabanoff fighting for it on the near side with Lurkeberg. This one gets cleared to Gavin Best. Gavin Best taking it up the near side. He's got Eric Parker playing D in front of him. Pass off and behind Cole Moore. Off the net as Ben Wozni tried to clear this one. A little bit of bad luck as it stays inside the zone. Jean-Louis pressed up against the boards. Lurkeberg trying to force it away. Birch gets it out to Shouty. Shouty with a shot in, almost tipped in by Caden Galt. Kabanoff rinks it back around to Ozar. Ozar is kept in by Shouty, who dumps it in the zone, but Ferris State goes for a line change instead. Head full of steam for Ben Wozni, who had the benefit of that line change, but he dumps it into the zone with only Adam Zonka to chase. Scardina now with the puck all the way back around, trying to find Passanen, but it doesn't have enough juice to get there, and Ferris State will possess it in their own end pretty cleanly. Up the ice now. Passanen will try and gather before Cole Moore has to touch it. Dalton Norris with the puck now. Good fake. Back around to Passanen. Passanen from behind his goal line up to Zonka. Zonka past his own blue. Now into Scardina. Scardina with the shot off of the back wall. Just a little bit right of that right post. Pancakes it up. Sternberg gets fought with to get this one. It's going to be a press up against the boards. Getting it free very quickly out to Maxwell Martin. Leaves it for Ben Duran. Ben Duran up the far side. Pass into Emerson. Emerson had a decent chance at that one. This one is another shot in, left on the doorstep by Noah West. It's wrangled in by a Bulldog defenseman. Chasing it into the zone as Sternberg wears a hit. Pushing away is Galt. This one's a shot that Cole Moore saves cleanly. Back over the middle to the inside. What a save from Cole Moore. One-timer from Holden Dole. And Cole Moore comes away with this one and stick taps from his forwards, who again with a defensive breakdown was saved by the sophomore tender.
Forgot the big glove save there.
13-18 left in the third period. Looking at this again, what a fantastic save. On his behind, picking that one.
That's going to be on the highlight tape.
Wow. Brody Waters up center ice, down the right side. Makes a man miss, but now Dole is pressed up against the boards with Waters. Waters now giving chase again, back around to Trevor Talion. Trevor Talion ices it down. Bowling Green with possession. It's cleared back to Caden Galt. Galt can't find Dole. Back to O'Hara. O'Hara now again up center ice. He's got a man, Waters. Leaves it up for him. Cross over the middle to Duran, and it was just a little bit too far ahead. Actually hit Noah West before it hit Ben Duran, who was streaking toward the net. Another great offensive drive for Bowling Green, and clashing of sticks between DeVita and Norris will fly the puck up into the stands, and a fan will go home with the souvenir.
A lot of souvenirs here tonight, putting up with the crowd.
12:35 left to play in the third, still locked up at 4. Bowling Green, Ferris State. CCHA opening series for Bowling Green. The second game they took yesterday's 2-0. Tied 4-4 today. Much much more of a high-scoring affair today. Passing in across to Ozar. Ozar tips it into the zone. Good position. He'll be the first one there. Wears a hit against the boards by Nico DeVita. DeVita gets it away but to a white jersey. Lurkerberg with a good move. Back pass into Niedermeyer with a chance, and it's kick saved by Noah West. Niedermeyer is out. Stjernberg was open, calling for the puck. Back to Ozar. Ozar's fighting for it against the near side boards. Niedermeyer in and behind, and it's covered up, I believe, by West. Yes, it was, who has it in his glove right now. We'll get a face-off in the zone of Ferris State. Face-off battle much tighter than it was yesterday. 31 for Bowling Green, 25 wins for Ferris State. Shot on goal battle being thoroughly won by Bowling Green. 39 total shots on goal on 54 shots total. 36 shots total at 23 shots on goal for Ferris State. This one chipped in by Ferris State. They got a man. Shoots in. Colmore closes off the goal. Now again, another shot easily gloved by Colmore. You know, we haven't seen a lot of physicality in this third period. Not a lot of pushing and shoving as we saw in the first. Ben Korak with Nathan Burkett from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For all BGSU sports news, updates, and content, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. This one's another shot off the post in front of Cole Moore, who just lets it fly. Adam Zonka forechecking on Jean-Louis. He puts a hit on Jean-Louis as well. The puck gets cleared to Corbet, Matt Corbet to Nardicia. Nardicia with the shot is blocked at the point by a Falcon forward. This pass, perfect up to Zonka. Zonka's got to be the first one there. He is up to Hero. Hero puts on a hit and turns it over to his team as Matt Corbet can't hold this one in the zone. It'll be an icing, and the puck will clear to the other side of the ice. Both teams regrouping. 11:18 left to play in the third period. 4-4 the score. Face-off won by Ferris State. Pancakes it up the ice. Chasing it is Passanen. It'll be the first one there, ideally. Clears it around to Norris, who is very loudly calling for that one. Back to Passanen. Passanen over again to Norris. Norris taking it up the near side. Pass up to Emerson. Emerson settles it, but into the bench of Ferris State, and we'll have another face-off in the Bulldog end. Again, a hard scoring rundown because there's been 7 goals in this game. Caden Galt opened up scoring, assisted by Max Itagaki, followed by a power play goal from Brody Waters. Then 5 straight power play goals. Jacob Badal, Gustav Stjernberg, Cole Birch, Brody Waters, and Brody Waters again completing his hat trick. The best game that he's had in his career. And then a game-tying goal by Gavin Best at the end of the second period. Only 9 seconds left in the clock. Assisted by Cole Birch. That was not on the power play. And we have even game tied at 4 almost halfway through the third period. It's a mouthful to say how many have scored in this game, considering we only had 2 yesterday, Maxwell Martin and Matvey Kabanov. Ryan O'Hara with a little bit of open ice in front of him. Off the boards, where's the hit? Brody Waters with the puck now. Got 3 goals in this game, doubling his total season goal total.
Doesn't mean he's going to stop looking for him, though.
Why not go for 4? Brody Waters with the puck now. It's poked away. Ben Duran settles it. Turns it back around. Is pressed against the boards. Trying to get it free. He gets it to Waters. Waters, with a chance. Ryan O'Hara just wide left.
Just wide.
Thought that one had a chance. The goal was open. He could have beat Noah West. He's just misaimed.
I don't think he got the cleanest shot off there.
Kept in by Bowling Green. Lurkerberg with a good chance, but is poked away. Outside the blue line. Ferris State settles it down now. Kept in. Falcons with a good chance. Pass over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer, the shot. Another shot for Bowling Green. Beautiful save by Noah West. What another save! And Jackson Niedermeyer! First goal! As a Falcon tilts the ice 5-4 Bowling Green.
Rebound chance after rebound chance. Eventually it's going to be a rebound goal.
Monkey off the back for Jackson Niedermeyer. Rebound, and a fill. Beautiful play from Bowling Green, who takes their lead.
Noah West can only do so much on that play.
He was fantastic. Just an even better play by Bowling Green to put that one through. 10:07, the time of that goal. Unassisted off the rebound from Noah West. This one is into Travis Shouty, whose shot goes wide left. Eric Parker now with the puck. Press up against the boards. Battling for it is Best and Scardina. Adam Zonka gets it away. Has played fantastic in this game, although he's not on the scoring sheet yet. Pushed over is Adam Zonka. No penalty. The puck was there. Pass out to the point. DeVito looking in. Blocked by Scardina. Shouty near side. Pass back across. Cole Moore does not have a stick. It's pushed over by Scardina. So Cole Moore does have a stick now. Travis Shouty pressed up against the near side. Seth Fighton forcing him out. Birch leaves it in. Dalton Norris with the puck now. Best coming over. Up for Shouty. Seth Fighton with the puck. Gets it in. It's not an icing as it was past the center line.
Fair State holding behind their net for a second.
Want to know how Bowling Green's getting goals? 2 unassisted off of rebounds from Noah West, who has been spectacular in this game, but there's only so many rebounds you can take before somebody's going to get the advantage of you.
Power plays and rebound goals. That's been the key tonight for the Falcons.
Emerson up with a good pass to Maxwell Martin. Martin way across and back into the Falcon end as they take an icing and will take a face-off inside the side of Ferris State. Oh, maybe it's a penalty. No, it's just going to be an icing. Okay, the hand was in the air, so I got nervous there for a second. So our goal picks for today's game, the Rick Crow goal picks. Ryan O'Hara, chose by Lucas Kleinmeyer, yet to have a goal. Tyler Kavelitz chose Dalton Norris, yet to have a goal. Reese Patrikas chose Maxwell Martin, yet to have a goal. And Adam Zonka and Quinn Emerson, yours and my choice, yet to have a goal. So in a game where BG has scored 5 goals, we have not guessed correctly. That's truly almost more of a feat. Pass into the slot from Ben Duran, nobody there. This one just almost grazes the ceiling as Sternberg leaves it out for Brody Waters, who leaves a hit, but the pass is just wide of Ryan O'Hara. Now Jean-Louis up and in through the neutral zone. Matt Corbet, who's got 4 penalty minutes on the game and has had limited shifts since. Dirks up to Corbet. Corbet is bumped as the puck was near, and icing will be the call, and we'll have another face-off in the zone of Ferris State. 7:35 left to play in the third. 5-4 Bowling Green.
0 for 4 on our picks, brother.
0 for 5 on Falcon Media Sports Network's picks.
It's even worse than I thought.
I don't even think. I mean, Tyler Kavelitz has 2 assists in the form of Dalton Norris on the last 2 Brody Waters goals. Lucas Kleinmeyer has an assist from Ryan O'Hara. That's his 5th of the season. So I guess we'll give half a point for assists. I guess that's only fair. So right now Tyler Kavelitz would come out on top with 1 full point, 2 assists from Dalton Norris. Back into the zone is Ben Duran. He takes it up through the D zone. Pass up. Couldn't be handled by Lurkerberg. He just touches it and it goes and has to be fielded by Noah West. West dumps it in. Lurkerberg with the puck now. Can't hold on to it cleanly. Tommy Passanen back skating on the back check. Cole Birch back across. Oh, that could have been a penalty on Bowling Green. Owen Ozar just very much interfered with Zach Fairmouth there. A gift for the Falcons. Crossed over, losing control. Back in and around. Here, gang. Some pushing in front of the Bowling Green bench. Willie wants a call. Nothing will happen from it. Adam Zonka tries to get it into Scardina. Zonka working his way back around. Breck McKinley leaves it in.
Oh, it is.
Adam Zonka is being pushed up against the boards. A hit mid-ice to Travis Shouty. Kicked over to Cole Moore, who 6 saves it. Badal to Emerson. Emerson is pressed up against, is being manhandled on the near side boards with Fairmouth. Falcons looking in. Badal with a shot. Breck McKinley with a great laid out play. He's had some really good shifts in this game. Quinn Emerson with the positioning. Looking for a pass. No white jerseys in and around him. The Falcons went for a line change instead. He's still holding onto the puck. Now it's finally turned over to the Bulldogs. .10:07 into this period. Jackson Niedermeyer with the decision so far. The game-tilting goal. Another big hit on the boards against the Falcon.
This game's starting to get really
physicality is getting really close. Oh, that's going to be a tripping on Ben Duran. As the stick got in the way, Eric Parker clears it out of the zone, but Ben Duran's going to head to the box for two. And 5:24 left in the third period, and with another penalty, we'll head to the media timeout. Ben Duran in the box, 5 for Bowling Green, 4 for Ferris State. We'll see if they can hold on. WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for Falcon hockey.
For all BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.
Northwest Ohio's community radio station is looking for new volunteers just like you. Join our team of enthusiastic volunteers that help make WBGU 88.1 FM a success. You can get involved in many ways, including on air, behind the scenes, or at promotional events in the local community. WBGU is Northwest Ohio's community radio station. Visit our social media pages for more information.
Hi, I'm Laura Mahoney from BGSU Women's Soccer Team, and my Falcon 4 favorite summer activities are going to the pool with my friends and spending time with them, cookouts because I get to spend time with my family, tanning because it's relaxing and it's out in the sun, and getting ice cream because everybody loves ice cream.
Five to 4, Bowling Green over Ferris State, but the way that penalties have fallen in this game as pertaining to power play goals, it is going to be a tough gesture for the Falcons to try and hold this one off. Ben Duran is in the box, 2 minutes for tripping. The Ferris State Bulldogs are 2 for 5 on power plays today. That's a fantastic percentage. Bowling Green with an even better one, 4 for 7. Even more fantastic, above 500 on power plays today for the Falcons after being 0 for 6 yesterday, but 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. So look at it how you will, 50-50 on the special teams. Ethan Scardina with Seth Fighton, the forwards. Defensively, Stierenberg and Eric Parker, the defensemen, obviously trying to kill this penalty off as they have a 1-goal lead. This one's iced all the way down. Seth Fighton will be on the forecheck as he chases down Nico DeVita. DeVita on, pass up into the neutral zone, chipped away from Seth Fighton, and it is iced again by Gustav Stierenberg. The Goose has had a fantastic game today as well. 2 penalty minutes, a goal, 3 shots on goal, and 1 power play goal as well. Gavin Best looking back, gives it to Caden Galt. Across to DeVita. DeVita feeds it all the way across to his fellow defenseman. DeVita back with it now, into Galt. Galt with a shot is gloved by Cole Moore with a man in front.
Up into the last little series of passes there for Ferris. BG's done a great job this penalty kill at not letting them get their power play set up. At most, they get it in the zone and really dumped out by the Falcons. So they've been doing a good job so far.
Not a lot of high potential shots from Ferris State. A lot from Bowling Green, although not as many have fallen. The faceoff is won by Ferris State, but it clears out of the zone, so more time will be wasted. $1:15 left in the penalty to Ben Duran. Backing it down, Quinn Emerson gets it to Scardina, who just ices this one into Noah West. West will hold on to it and leave it back. Only one good chance for Ferris State. It was gloved by Cole Moore and then immediately knocked back out of the zone. Stierenberg with another chance, and he'll ice this one toward West. Less than a minute, 40 seconds, I should say, left in the power play for Ben Duran. He's almost ready to get back on his feet. Ben Wozni with good positioning. Defenseman chasing it down. It's Tommy Passanen. Passanen ices it again. It's gloved by Ferris State in the neutral zone, finally being able to prevent an icing. This one's up and in. Back to Talian. Talian sends it wide right. 20 seconds left in the power play. Ben Wozni ices this one back. Oh, it went up into the stands. And we'll get yet another puck thrown back onto the ice. 17 seconds left with Ben Duran in the box. Bowling Green is down a man, but only for the next 17. 3:41 left to play in the third period. You got to have clean hockey after that. Face-off one. Birch leaves it back. Into the point. Working it in. This one is a shot that couldn't be batted down by Matt Corbet. Colmore finds it in his glove once again.
Big save there, especially with so many people in front there.
To start the second period, Colmore had only 9 saves and 1 goal allowed. Now he has 4 goals allowed with 24 saves.
He has definitely stepped up this
save percentage is climbing. Jacob Dirks kicked out. Prime face-off winning opportunity for Bowling Green. They do win it. Sternberg looking to ice. They get it outside the zone. Jean-Louis can't keep it in. And the Falcons hold Ferris State to 2 for 6 on the power play today, as they are back to even strength with Duran heading back to the bench with Imonen on the ice. Trying to keep it out of the zone. Off sides is the call. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
Only 3 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the final frame of regulation.
Falcons looking for their first sweep in the CCHA season and their first series of the CCHA season. Ferris State looking to tie it up and somehow split their second series of the CCHA season. They split with Bemidji State earlier in the year, 4-2, and then I believe it was somewhere in the range of 3-0. This one up and in, possessed by Maxwell Martin with good stick work, takes it back into the zone and now up the ice. It could be an icing, and the referee is signaling that, but Ferris State will touch it and not elect for the face-off. They'll just settle it back behind their goalie, who has been amazing in this game. 38 saves, 5 goals allowed, so under a 900 save percentage for Noah West, but not telling the whole story. He's been spectacular.
There's only so much he can do in this situation.
So many rebound chances for Bowling Green that you got to get a defenseman in front to dig out.
And so many power plays.
Sternberg up to Duran. Duran inside the zone, always mugged by Fairmouth. Now they got a chance. Nardicia leaves it across, wrapping it all the way around. There's a Bulldog, that's Badal. Badal shoots in, kicked away from Colmore. Again, back up to Travis Shouty. It touches Shouty, so it won't be an icing against the Falcons, and it clears back into the zone. BG's playing with 2 men back all the time. Just trying to hold this one out. It's $1:40 left in the third period. You got to look toward the bench if you're Noah West. Get an extra attacker on the ice. Back into Bowling Green. Good chance across is kept out by a stick in the zone by Owen Ozar. Seth Fighton into the zone. His shot is blocked by Nardicia with good position. Fighton back around to the point. Bowling Green possesses the puck cleanly. Sternberg with a shot is almost batted out of the air by Ozar. Couldn't find the puck. Now they find it. It's on the near side. DeVita back with it behind. Minute 10 left to play in the third period. Noah West looking over toward the bench.
Now he comes.
The coach says come off. They got 6 attackers. Somebody off. The extra attacker. Ferris State rushing into the zone. Kept away by Passanen. That's a cross-checking. That's a bad spot for that from Tommy Passanen.
That might be more than 2 minutes there.
Boarding or cross-checking will be the call. And we'll have a 6-on-4 here.
That's a penalty you just can't take in this situation.
Willie is not happy. Understandably so.
Under a minute left.
Bowling Green up 5-4.
Only up by 1. Can't take that there.
So cross-checking is the call. Sternberg, Wozni, Fighton, and Scardina on the ice. The best defensive lineup for Bowling Green, in my opinion. And
Ferris
Colmore,
State.
obviously, a rock.
Ferris State keeps their goalie pulled. That'll be a 6-on-4 here.
BG for the faceoff. 6 skaters for Ferris State, 4 for Bowling Green. Cole Birch is kicked out of the faceoff circle on the false start. So we'll have Scardina again, who has 8 faceoff wins to 13 faceoff losses. He's got the worst ratio of any Falcon today, but he's the best defensive. He wins this one. Wozni goes way off the glass, trying to ice it out, but it couldn't be. Gavin Best working it in. Again, trying to be iced by a Falcon. Pass back around, held by Birch. Birch back up to the point. This one's a shot in, kicked away from Colmore. Beautiful play by the sophomore.
Good job to get that to the corner.
Best back around, near side wheel, back up to the point. Now across, Caden Galt centers it back over to Hero. This one's a shot that goes wide, left. Can it clear the zone? No, it can't. Galt gets there in time. Galt back over to the middle. Hero looking in, it's tipped at the line, but gets to his man. 20 seconds left to play. Still 6-on-4. Tommy Passanen in the box, serving this one out. A slap shot is blocked by the Falcons. Seth fighting another one in. Beautiful play from Colmore to cover that one up. 8.6 on the clock. 5-4 Bowling Green, and Ferris State is down to their last seconds.
One opportunity there for Ferris State. Colmore, you got to make the save there, and he did.
Fell on that one, sold the body. His next 8 seconds for an undefeated record in the CCHA. Bowling Green sitting at 1-0. Ferris State at 1-2.
Their last chances for Ferris State.
Ryan O'Hara for the faceoff with Sternberg, Emerson, and Eric Parker. Back again. Ferris State near side, tipped up into the netting. 4.5 left in the third period. Tommy Passanen standing up. He will not see the end of this game unless Ferris State ties it up.
Ferris State, best case scenario for them, they get a shot and maybe a rebound. There's like no time left for anything other than that.
Scardina on the faceoff. If they don't win the faceoff, Ferris State is essentially over with. Now there's a faceoff. Ferris State wins it. Another shot is knocked down by Sternberg. The shot goes wide, and Bowling Green gets their second win in CCHA play. Dennis Williams, 2 for 2 in the regular season. Beautiful start for the new coach. Gorgeous start for the Falcons. Colmore getting mobbed by his guys behind the goal that was knocked off the hinges. 5 for Bowling Green, 4 for Ferris State. Outstanding game for both teams, but the Falcons come on top. We'll bring you a post-game in just a few moments on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
BGSU men's basketball begins their second season under Todd Simon on the road against Southern Miss on Monday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Falcon Media Sports Network will have a preview and recap available on bgfalconmedia.com.
Ferris State exits the ice, losing their second game of the weekend to the Bowling Green Falcons 5-4 in this final game. I'm Ben Korak with Nathan Burkett from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For the recap of tonight's game on all other BGSU sports news, updates, and content, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. And for the rebroadcast of today's game, go to bgfalconmedia.com, where all of the Falcon Media Sports Network broadcasts will be posted. The Bowling Green had an outstanding game. So did Ferris State. They played very well. The first goal for either team by Caden Galt, 2:56 into the first period. That was assisted by Max Itagaki. The second goal of the game, Brody Waters on a power play, 15:06 into the first period, assisted by Matvey Kabanov. In the second period is where most of the scoring happened. Jacob Badal opened it with a power play goal, assisted by Nick Nardikia. Then 10 minutes and 47 seconds in, Gustav Stjernberg tied it up with his power play goal, unassisted on the rebound off the wheel near side. At 12:43 into the second period, Cole Birch had his own power play goal with 2 assists by Badal and Nardicia. Right after that, Brody Waters had his second goal of the game, a power play goal assisted by Dalton Norris, 14:15 into the second. Brody Waters then completed a hat trick on a power play goal assisted by Dalton Norris and Ryan O'Hara, 16:16 into the second period, giving Bowling Green a 4-3 lead. And then before time expired in the second period with 9 seconds left, Gavin Best off of a beautiful pass by Cole Birch ended up finding the back of the net. 19:51 left 19:51 into the second period. Jackson Niedermeyer, outside of Brody Waters, was the hero for this game, the game winner, unassisted goal, his first of the season, 10:07 into the third period, and that's how the game ended. Nathan, it was back and forth nearly the entire game. What did you see from both the Falcons and the Bulldogs that brought us to that final score of 5-4?
At the end of the day, the thing that decided this game was penalties, and specifically power plays. Almost all of BG's goals came off either a power play or a rebound opportunity, or both. Simply put, it seemed like, especially in the second period, where we saw 3 goals from the Falcons, all of them on the power play. It seemed like every second a Bulldog would either leave the box and he'd score a power play goal, and then right back into the box somebody would go. Of the 5 goals, 4 of them were on the power play. This is a team so far this year that kind of struggled on power play, and Coach Williams has talked about trying to figure out ways to re-energize this power play and get them on the scoreboard more. They definitely had the energy tonight.
Not a lot of statistical categories where BG fell short. They had more goals, more shots on goal, more total shots, more power play goals, better power play percentage, less penalties, more face-off wins, less face-off losses, more blocked shots, and again, less penalty minutes that we said was the decider in this game for two teams that went 0 for 11 on power plays yesterday. The two teams were 6 for 13 on power plays today, almost at 500. 4 for 7 for Bowling Green, 2 for 6 for Ferris State. That's how the game ended. Again, we'll go through scoring again. Brody Waters with 3 out of the 5 goals for the Falcons. Jackson Niedermeyer with the game winner, and then Gustav Stjernberg with a, at the time, game-tying goal unassisted on the power play. As far as our Rick Crow sponsored goal picks for
Christensen for BGSU men's soccer team, and this is my Falcon 4 favorite ice cream toppings. The first one, vanilla, because it's a classic.
Either team. I think I know who you're going to give it to, but who do you think you're going to go with?
I mean, obviously there's a lot of options, but let's be honest, there's only one that we can choose, and that's Brody Waters. 3 goals on the game, broke a 4-game goalless drought, comes out here, this big game today. We were talking about how he kind of needs to kind of get some momentum going again. Gets 3 goals, a hat trick, huge game for him. And he almost had another one in the third. He was really trying there, but 3 goals, that's my guy. Pretty good.
FMSN player of the game is Brody Waters, 3-goal performance on 10 total shots, 3 power play goals, outstanding performance from him, and the Falcons, who take their 2nd win of the CCHA and their 5th win of the season, 5-4 over the Ferris State Bulldogs. Next week, the Falcons are off. In 2 weeks, they will be in Minnesota against the St. Thomas Tommies. the Falcon Media Sports Network will be there. Thanks to Rick Crow, longtime BGSU hockey fan and our organization supporter, the Falcon Media Sports Network. So thank you again to Rick Crow, who we talked to in the second intermission. We will be at that game at St. Thomas in 2 weeks. We will not see you next week again because they don't play, but tune into BGSU volleyball against NIU. I will be on the call in DeKalb, and that should be a fun series for a Bowling Green volleyball team that has just been outstanding and is the first place team now in MAC volleyball. So with that, Bowling Green wins 5-4. Special thanks to Tyler Kaplitz, Lucas Kleinmeyer, who helped us get us on the air, especially Tyler Kaplitz, who ran the board today, and Reese Patricus, who helped him with our first intermission report. And we will say good night on this wonderful Saturday night. Again, Bowling Green wins 5-4. Nathan Burkett, it was a pleasure calling with you today. Myself, Ben Korak from Falcon Media Sports Network on WBGU 88.1 FM, your home for BGSU hockey.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.